Okay. Welcome to the second episode of the Mob Characters Breaktime. Uh, it's our first live episode too. So, uh, so that's cool.
Yes, we're so
Today we'll be
fine.
talking about Shut up.
Hello, Void.
No, because I had the stream up on a different window. Yeah, I
You
just
don't need
fucking
it up. But okay, sure, whatever. Continue on.
so
Introduce.
scum. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, today's episode it will be about actually before I talk about that. Epic's not here. Again. So do not expect him.
Epic
Sadly.
might come on if he wakes up, but we have no idea where the fuck Epic is right now. So
He's late as hell. Feel free to roast him in the comments.
average Epic moments. It's okay. Anyway, for the content of today's episode, we'll be going through, if you can tell from the title, the Great Content War. So we all know about the great content war that goes on theoretically in our minds, but anyway, ignoring all that. So we are gonna figure out exactly very unbiased opinions on which country has the best content: Japanese, Korean, or Chinese. And so I prepared a sheet with different categories of content because we're gonna cover a wide range of content, not just a small range. But we're gonna cover that and we're gonna talk about it. So first, we'll be talking about something that we've talked about quite often before in the last two episodes, probably. We'll be talking about comics. So for Japanese, it will be mangas and webcomics. For Korean, it will be webtoons and manhwas. And for Chinese, it will be manhwas as well, because the pronunciation is the same. So, which one is the best?
I'll take the lead here. I've been. This is not gonna shock anyone, but I think Japanese content is the best.
Okay, wait, I didn't actually go through this. We are gonna have to rate. We are gonna have to rank them. 1 to 3.
Rank
So
is. Oh my god.
rank Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. So
Wait, like in
whichever one
order?
is first, which one is second, which one is third.
So
In
from
terms of
best
which
to
you think,
worst.
yes, best to worst.
Japanese, Korean, and then Chinese.
Yeah, talk about it.
Well, I've grown up with Japanese and Korean content for basically most of my life. Chinese content not so much. Closest I've gotten to actually like anything with Chinese is Genshin, which is an anime game. It's not very good. I quit a while ago. Meanwhile, for Japanese and Korean, I've listened to K-pop since I was a child.
Dude, no, we are talking about comics. Why are you talking about
Oh, we're talking about
everything
comics?
else? What
Shit,
the
I was
fuck
not
is
paying
wrong with you? You
I'm
fucking
fucking
idiot!
stupid.
I fucking told you. Also, yes, the audience has no power in voting here because we are the ones talking right now. Shut up, audience. Listen to us.
No.
Who cares about all this?
In comics, shit. The only thing I've read is manga, and I'm honestly I haven't read manga in years. And by years, it's been more like a couple months. Like the last manga I read was probably like fucking I don't remember. It was like one of something that Zeph recommended for me, or no, he didn't recommend it, but like it was on his like it was one of the manga from his like top waifus.
Oh,
I don't remember the name, but it was some like kohai trying to fuck her senpai.
Oh,
Huh?
God damn.
You see, okay, there's a lot of those.
which one? Oh, okay, whatever. It might be.
It's
It
like-
could be
it's,
anyone.
It's like bitch kohai something.
Oh, that one. Yes.
Yeah, that one was good. Why I
So
think
you, I
Japanese
mean,
is
like
the best?
you read a lot, don't you?
I mean, like
You
light
read enough,
novels?
right?
Probably, yeah.
I forgot. I put comics here. We didn't count novels inside. Okay. Actually, we'll do novels
Literature.
later. We'll do it after comics. Comics. I feel comics and novels are very different, so I want to separate them.
For
Okay, so
my mic is like shitting out. I don't know what's happening.
Japanese, Korean, Chinese in that order. 1, 2, 3. Yes. No. Okay, now mind. Glass, you can go first while Gasp is not dying.
All right.
Is it
All
good?
right. Yeah.
Yes,
No.
can hear you.
No, Glass can go. I think it's still fucking open.
Yes, we are starting off on a great live session, guys.
Ooh,
So
very
much
good.
technical difficulties.
So professional.
All right. When it comes to art style, Korean will be number one.
Don't
If
do
it-
art style and bullshit. We don't subcategories. You have to
No!
pick them as a whole. Japanese, Korean, Chinese only. You can only pick those three, and you rank those three in order only. All right.
All right. Korean number one, Japanese number two, Chinese number three. All right. And my explanation is very simple. It's short and simple. Korean number one because the moms, man. God damn. Like a lot of the female characters, they have this MILF energy. It's it's just too good. And Japanese because Japanese number two because it's good, but there's no they have good MILFs also, but I would say Korean MILFs win. So that takes the that takes the win for me, man. And Chinese, I don't read Chinese stuff, man. So I'm not sure. So that's why I rated last. It might have some good MILF stuff, but I haven't seen
I can
any
tell
yet.
there's probably not good MILF stuff in Chinese. Okay, Les, how about you?
Well, I will go along with Gasp, so Japanese first, then Korean, and the last Chinese. Well, Japanese has a lot of great beats, parts, histories, and so on. In terms of art style, the Korean goes on the top, but still, I feel like Japanese are better in some way, and Chinese feels like no-brainer to me.
True. True.
You can question every decision they make, and you could be the MC of Chinese manhwas and be a lot greater than them.
Okay, Gas, you want to go back to you for a bit?
Okay, my mic is not dying.
Good. Thank
Okay.
God.
I'll actually start with Chinese, not because I like it, because I think it's easier to come up with reasons why I don't. I have read one like Chinese manhwa. I don't remember the name, but it was some fucking. Is this like a genre? It's like cultivation or something.
Yeah, Uxia is a genre, yes.
Yeah, it was awful. The girl, it was like a harem, I think. The girls were hot at least, but that's literally it.
It goes
the
what,
plot
high on
itself.
fucking crack or something.
Are they MILF level hot though, or are they just girls?
The story itself, not at all good. At least girls were hot, so that's like a plus point. For Korean manhwa, I actually read a lot of these. Mostly because a good thing about Korean manhwa is that they're like quick. I don't know, but I feel like they're quicker to read than manga because they're mostly like panels with images, and they're also like when people like translate these things, they tend to mass produce them. I feel like not mass produce, but like
Mass release
Okay.
them.
yeah, mass release, because obviously like you can sort of feel like a sense of finishing with like a manga chapter ending, but like when a webtoon or not webtoon, well, I guess webtoon. What webtoons would I use? And that's kind of what they're called. Well, that's what they're westernized called. Whatever. Manhwa, when like the chapter ends, it's always like a cliffhanger for the next one. I mean, that's kind of how all like media is now. Because I swear to God, every manga is just like, whoa, main character's about to die. What happened? What's gonna happen next?
I mean,
And
that's
then,
how you keep interest in a
that's
story.
how you're supposed to keep interest. But like, with webtoons, it's always just like this one panel. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like yeah, like something stressful's happening, and then the next chapter, it's the same panel, and then the action happens, or like the resolution or whatever. Did I just hear? No, never mind. I think I'm going insane. Was that glass?
I don't know, just continue.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah. Point being, Korean manhwa is like just generally easier to consume, but I don't think like the quality of their stories are as good as like Japanese manga. But I also think Korean art is better generally, mostly because it's like always colored. For Japanese manga, I don't like I said I don't read much manga lately. I used to read like a lot. Like I remember when fucking Kiss manga was a thing.
This Kiss
I
manga, my
had-
OG.
I had so many fucking like bookmarks or
My
whatever they were called.
1000 lost bookmarks. They're gone.
Yeah, exactly. And then they fucking shut it down, and I had to move to manga decks, and I could remember like only like 100 or something. It was awful. I think that's part of the reason why I eventually like read less and less manga. But I don't. Aside from that, Japanese manga is I don't know. It's just good. Like the art, it's pretty much always good. Typically, stories are good. There's nothing. I mean, they're really not that different from like Korean manhwa, but like I don't know. I just like Japanese culture more than I do Korean, or at least I kind of have a kind of slightly better understanding of it than
So you're
Korean
biased.
culture. Yeah, I'm biased, but you know, obviously these comics have like cultural things like related to either Japan or Korea, and I feel like the cultural like references in Japan I understand more simply because I understand a little bit more about Japan than Korea. So yeah.
Okay, I see. So for me, I also have to go Japanese, Korea, Chinese. Chinese is easy the last place because Chinese manhwa quality is the absolute worst. It's so fucking garbage. Like holy shit. Like the story sucks. The characters suck. There's like nothing that keeps you reading. It's mass produced garbage. That's all it is. It's not worth talking about that, unfortunately. But I feel like within Chinese manhwa there is still a few good ones. And that's because the wuxia genre has been so well set up that once in a while you get a good wuxia Chinese manhwa. But that's it. That's all you get. You get like one of like 100 that's like decent. So who gives a fuck about Chinese manhwa? Once in a while you get something good. Most of the time you get nothing good at all. Then let's go to Japanese. Japanese is a very easy one to put as first place because the storytelling for Japanese manga is just amazing. Because the way that they do publishing in Japan is that I think it's a lot more harder. Like the screening is very tough for like publishing in Japan. So in the end, like only the good stuff gets published anyway. So basically, you filter all the trash stuff that you see in like Chinese, and you get that 1 out of 100 that's good. So in the end, you need to do that self-filtering yourself, which makes it like so much better because everything you read is really good. Plus, I think it's also because that manga has been well set in Japanese culture, because manga has been around for a very long time. It's a few decades worth of improving on their stuff. So their storytelling is always on point. Their characters are really good. There's so many different genres, and like it's just like it's a haven of content. Korean, I feel like their art style is because the way they do things are really different. So I think Japan also has colorized manga, but the thing is those are only for like Pixiv artists web comics and not for normal publicized manga because it's too expensive to print colored for manga probably. But because in Korea their webtoons are mostly online, so I think it's because it's been like set in place that the bare minimum is to have everything colored. So in the end, everything is colored. Plus, I feel like Korean, sometimes their art style is good, but I feel like Korean art style is very cookie cutter. I feel like most of the time it's good, yes, but most of the time they follow like the same template for the way certain characters look. So when you read a webtoon, you really can tell like, yeah, this is a webtoon because just from one look you can tell. I think Korean manhwas mostly, I think their biggest strength is in their fantasy reincarnation stories. I feel that's their strongest point for sure for webtoons. But otherwise, I feel like the genres for Korean webtoons are a lot tighter. You either get like real life romance, you get fantasy, you get fantasy reincarnation, you get real life reincarnation, and you get I don't know, like overpowered characters. Those are like the few genres you have. But I feel like Korean manhwa does do better with real life stories compared to manga. Like for Korean webtoons, they have a lot of like profession stories. Like there's doctor stories, there's idol stories. I feel like those are done a lot better than Japan manga because they don't do that much in manga in the first place. But yeah, I think Korean is good, but there's a few points of contention for them to catch up, so it has to be below Japanese manga. So yeah, that's my take on it. Oh, you guys have anything you want to add on?
For Korean manga, maybe it's just what I read. I feel like there's like a weird like school bullying like section,
Oh, because
or like
that's more. Honestly, the thing is that I've
That's
actually
what's
learned Korean.
happening.
I've learned Korean before. I know a bit about Korean culture. I'm born Chinese, so I know Chinese culture, and I consume too much Japanese. So I basically know all these three, the content for all three decently well, I would feel. So I think a lot of the things that happen within them make some sort of sense to me. Because either I've seen it too often or I've actually like known about it beforehand. So yeah, I guess maybe that's who they are targeting. They are targeting children who get bullied in school to read this.
oh
No.
no, it's like fucking like the stories I read. It's always like this fucker getting bullied, and then they eventually they learn how to like fight back or something, and then it becomes like school violence. The fucking manhwa, the comic.
There is a lot of school violence manhwa actually. It's quite funny, but I think yeah. I mean, it's more of like progressiveness, fighting back from bullying. Because I think bullying was pretty big in Korean culture, like especially schools, like a few years back. So that's a thing. Maybe like the authors experience it and they're like, maybe people want to know about this. And yeah, I think the general consensus for us is that Japanese in general, among the four of us at least, Japanese manga is number one, Korean webtoons are two, and Chinese manhwa is in flat last place, undisputed last place. Right?
That seems to be the consensus.
Sorry, Glass, your say in the Korean manhwa field is not enough.
I feel like we might be banned from China after this, man.
Okay, it's
Your social credit is decreasing.
look,
I'm
if
an
you make
American,
bad
they
content,
already
we have to
hate
say
me
you.
now.
If you make bad content, we have to say you make bad content. Okay, we can't lie about that.
You know what? At least Chinese, they make good cigarettes. God damn.
I don't think any of us smoke except you,
Oh.
so you're the only one who knows.
All right, never mind. Moving on.
1 point for China. Let's go.
Cigarettes.
Let's
Yeah, anyway,
go.
I forgot to put this in, but yes, let's go into the novel section. Let's do this. Let's do a general novels. But the thing is, I don't think we read like normal novels anyway. It's mostly like web novels and light novels. So
Just
Japanese,
like-
Korean, Chinese. Honestly, I'll go first here because I don't read too many novels. Gas probably reads more novels than me. If I had to pick, I think I'll actually go Chinese number one, Japanese two, Korean last. Because
Well,
okay, here's the thing. I feel like Chinese novels are a lot better written than Chinese manhwa. I don't know why, but their manhwa just sucks. But their novels, people who write Chinese novels are actually pretty good at their writing. Especially because of the fact that, I don't know why, they're just good at writing novels a lot better. But Chinese novels, they are good because of the fact that they are well written sometimes. Sometimes. So there's still trash Chinese novels. But I feel like I would vote Chinese because they're really good at their wuxia novels. And that's the only reason I'll give my vote. Because they're so good at one genre that it's like amazing how good they are at writing wuxia novels. Also, because Chinese novels are the longest, so if you ever needed something to spend a lot of time on, you have a few thousand chapters of Chinese novels that you can spend weeks on reading. So yeah, that's the good point about it. Japanese, I won't vote so high because honestly, I don't read that much Japanese novels or light novels, web novels. But I think it's around the same as Japanese comics. The quality is good, of course, but the art style is very good for their light novel illustrations, of course. But otherwise, like I don't read enough to know. And if there's I usually rather read the manga adaptation anyway. So, and then Korean, I think Korean just doesn't have that much good novels. So, yeah, that's my take on it. Yeah, if you wanna go next.
Yeah. I actually have no idea if I like Japanese novels more or Korean. I'll for sure say that Chinese is in last place. Not because they're bad, mostly because I just haven't read it. I don't think I've read any novel, like, just like book or anything from China. Which is its own destruction, I feel. But like, yeah, I've never read anything, so I can't really give an opinion about it. I've only read like 2 Korean novels and like way too many Japanese novels. But like the 2 like Korean novels I have read are pretty fucking good. The one that comes to mind is Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, which became like a manhwa with,
Yes, I've seen it.
images.
Yeah.
The original novel pretty like really good.
I feel like
Um,
all the good Korean webtoons come from a novel,
Did you read our
Yeah.
book?
but I just have never read the novel before.
Yeah. I will say that the illustrations that come with the manhwa make it like way cooler. But the story itself is really, really good. It's definitely one of those like sorta semi reincarnation kind of video game type stories where the main character becomes overpowered. But it's written, I don't know how to like the situations are creative, I feel. Like I don't think I've ever read something like it before. That's what I'm trying to say. But seeing how so like that's one of the like only few novels I've ever read. The other one was like Solo Leveling, like the novel.
I actually also finished reading Solo Leveling.
I'm gonna be. I feel like if Solo Leveling, like the manhwa, did not have good art, the story itself is like kind of bland. Meh. Like, it's just kind of bland.
It's not super complicated
It's,
in terms of
no,
story.
it's not very good. So just for that, I guess I kind of had to put Korean in second place. One of them's really good. But the other one I read, kind of mid. And I've read so many fucking light novels. Okay, maybe not that many, but like a lot. Literally my favorite character is from a light novel, fucking Mahiru. I don't know what to say. A lot of what I read is romance because I'm a lonely motherfucker.
I this quickly saying I don't know. I can't read romance for very long. I don't know why.
You can't.
I don't know. I feel
What?
like I feel like I started reading more compared to before, but at the same time, I feel like I've started reading less at the same time. I don't know. It's very conflicting. Romance is a very conflicting genre for me to read. Yeah, that's just what I wanted to quickly quip in with.
No,
Okay,
that's
Les, how about you? Les?
fair.
Oh.
Les, are you there? Oh.
Yeah, I am here. So in terms of novels, I didn't read Chinese, so I can't grade them. But in battle of Japanese and Koreans, I would go with Koreans first, I think, mainly because I don't read that much novel at all. I read like Omniscient Reader Viewpoint. I tried reading The Wars After Default. It's from the same author as Omniscient Reader. And for Japanese, we have like Classroom of the Elite, so it's bad, okay? I can't grade it first.
It sells so well though.
It's
Because
fan
it's a bunch of
service,
fucking
alright?
teenagers that don't know what good
You
shit
don't
is.
read it for a plot. You read it for the other plot. So, if I have to grade, I would grade first Korean, second Japanese, third Chinese.
Okay, class, it's up to you to decide the fate of which one is the objective best one.
Oh no, but I'm just gonna do this like I mean I have a very simple
Just
simple
go with it. Just go with it.
explanation.
It's fine.
So it's no doubt in my mind for me, Japanese okay, context first. I don't read too much light novels at all.
Don't worry, I don't either. It's okay.
I haven't read any Chinese ones because yeah, I don't know how to read Chinese.
They're translated. What do you mean you don't know how to read
yeah,
Chinese?
and
What
also
the fuck?
like I don't know any Chinese translated ones or any Korean translated ones, so I don't read this too at all. So that's why like it is like a non contest that Japanese wins, and not just because of that. It's also because the best light novel I've read is regarding Sayaka Saiki, Bloom Into You. That is the best. I love that light novel. Oh, I have it in my heart, man. Oh, those 3 volumes. Oh, I have it saved in my heart. I want to pass down to my kids, and then they'll pass down to their kids, and then it'll be like this family legacy thing. But okay.
Your illegitimate
Wait,
Pointless
kids.
families.
I hate it. Isn't Glass the guy that didn't know his like favorite series had a sequel?
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
What series?
Citrus.
Oh, it Bloom Into You. Didn't you know
Wait,
like
Bloom
there,
Into You?
there wasn't like
Wait, what? Bloom Into You? Oh no
like,
no
not
no.
a sequel, but like there was like more or something.
Oh no, that one was Citrus, not
Oh,
Bloom.
Citrus.
Or that's Citrus.
Citrus,
Fucking
Citrus,
damn
yeah.
it.
God, specific idiot.
I'm fucking. I don't read Yuri.
fuck.
Okay, fuck me.
This is actually a good segment to kind of erase my mistake from or take back my mistake from last video. I take it all back. I mean I haven't read it yet, but people say the Citrus Plus basically has everything I wanted. So.
Don't worry, I actually read it.
Really?
Between the time from last episode and
God
this recording, I actually finished
damn.
reading it. I think it's
God.
true. Yeah, I think they actually did cover it pretty well in the
Oh,
Citrus Plus.
very good. Okay, then I definitely take it back.
I mean, all the characters were introduced in Citrus, so you didn't need to do all the bullshit introduction and shit in Citrus Plus. So Citrus
Yeah.
Plus was all just fluff.
That's true. Very good. I'm gonna read that in the future if I have time, which is probably going to be in the very far future.
So anyway, for novels, number 1 is
Oh.
Japanese, number 2 is Korean, number 3 is Chinese, and Chinese is only last because I'm the only person who reads Chinese novels. I guess the bar to get starting to read Chinese novels is very high, I guess. I guess it's too difficult to start reading a Chinese novel. Okay,
To be
next. Yeah?
I would rate like Chinese and Korean the same.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't read them, so I can't judge anything.
Chinese novels have a certain charm to it. I feel like if you have 1 month of free time, you can go and invest your time into reading a Chinese novel.
I'll try. Like, what's a good one?
I'm
Like
rather
you want to like
feasible.
suggest?
I mean, it depends on what you want to read, though. Because I feel like Chinese novels, they are only good at doing 2 things. They're good at doing real life stuff, or they're good at doing wuxia. And it depends whether you want to read wuxia or you want to read real life. So it depends on, yeah. And yeah, I'll give recommendations if you want. But besides that, let's move on in categories first. Next is animations, aka anything animated. Yeah, anything animated. I feel like this is such a. I feel like this is a not a very good category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Japanese is number 1. We need to
Yeah.
Yeah.
then,
I agree.
Chinese and
That was
Korean are
easy.
number 3. All right. Alright, let's just move on. Let's ignore that I accidentally put this category in here and replace it with the novel category. Okay, anyway, let's move on from that. Films and movies. Okay, this one is a bit interesting because I feel like, do you guys even watch that many films or movies?
Absolutely.
Alright, first Chinese, every Jackie Chan movie.
Okay, but
Easy win.
I want you guys to not put any anime movies with when you're voting.
Okay.
So all your like Kimi no Nawa,
Yeah.
all that stuff. No.
I
Doesn't
know my
matter.
mom would put Chinese movies at the top.
What would you put at the top?
Everything at the bottom. I don't watch anything.
Glass, do you
I've
watch
not watched a single like film.
Glass, do you watch
I've watched
movies and
Korean
films?
TV shows, and that's
The
literally
TV shows is another category, but if we are talking about movies or
yeah.
films, yes or no?
No, I've never seen a single like film from any.
Okay,
No,
Glass, do you
I'll start with this. All right. Okay, this one I definitely either put Korean or Chinese first. I've actually watched some Korean drama, and it's
we're not talking about dramas, we're talking about movies only.
wait, films and movies. Oh,
No
movies.
TV shows.
Actually, if it's movies, then Chinese wins because I know there are like actually a few good Chinese movies. And I would put like to be honest, I don't know any Korean and Japanese stuff, man. I would put like Korean at second just because there's probably some very good Korean movies that I just don't know. And to be honest, I'm sorry, Japan, but most of the time the Japanese like real life stuff is or like the movies and TV shows are not really that good. I didn't watch as much, but most of the time it's not like I don't think it's that good anyways. So yeah.
It makes sense, makes sense.
Uh.
Right, Les?
Well, I think the Chinese films and movies are the best. I didn't really watch any Japanese or Korean movies per se, but in terms of Chinese ones, I like all the Jackie Chan movies, all that comedy movies like was it called Shaolin Soccer? I think.
Shaolin Soccer is such a classic.
Yeah. There was another, I think. Was it? I know it was something with Kung Fu.
A Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle.
Hustle, yeah.
Okay, if you
Those are
include
classic.
All those great comedies, classics. So first I will put Chinese and Korean and Japanese third.
For me, I would go the same. I feel like Chinese movies have just cemented their place in the world. I feel like ever since the martial artists came out with their movies, they've just done so well. I feel like especially Chinese action movies, all their martial art movies, the stuntmen, people like Jackie Chan really paved the way for Chinese movies. They're like so insanely good. They're hilarious. Oh, those are amazing. In terms of Korean and Japanese, I've actually watched Korean and Japanese movies before, but my sample size is also not that large. What I know about Japanese films and movies is that they're actually not bad when it comes to like movie awards, like film awards. They're quite good. I've watched like a award-winning Japanese film before. This is not bad, but I think I'll also have to go Chinese 1, Korean 2, Japanese 3, because I watched Parasite, and Parasite was just that good that Korean just gets boosted to number 2. That's just how it is. I feel like definitely Korea has pretty decent movies considering how well their normal TV shows are. So I feel like it's a no-brainer that some of their movies are really good as well. But unfortunately, I feel like Japanese do have some good films, but that's coming from a film major. So that's like not an opinion. Anyway, Chinese 1, Korean 2, Japanese 3. Okay, and this is the next one that we are talking about. We're going to talk about TV shows, but I want to give some context for TV shows. I'm just talking about, we are not just talking about like dramas. We're going to include stuff like documentary shows, variety shows, entertainment programs, all that sort of thing. So take that into account when you're giving your grade for TV shows. Alright. So I'll just go first since I'll let you guys think about it. So for TV shows, I feel like it's a bit difficult for me to rate TV shows Because I feel like the issue is that Japanese dramas and stuff, unfortunately, are pretty damn fucking horrible. I don't know why they are so bad at making TV shows, but they just cannot make good dramas. I'm sure they at least have like one or two good dramas, but I've just never seen them because no one talks about them, and it's so under the radar. But I feel like Japanese entertainment programs are sometimes entertaining, but I feel like the way they do some of their shows is very old-fashioned. So I feel like in general, TV programs on for Japanese is last place for me. I think Korea definitely has to take number one. I feel like they've just paved the path for like the baseline for TV programs. They've just like pushed it up. Their dramas are good. Their entertainment programs are good. I mean, it causes worldwide sensation. So like it's pretty much. I don't watch that many on my own. Yeah, because my mom watches it, and I just so happen to see them sometimes. They're like, yeah, Korean TV shows are pretty good. Chinese, I feel like Chinese entertainment programs are blatant copies of Korean programs. But besides that, I feel like their dramas, especially their historic dramas with like the emperors, dynasties, and stuff, those are actually pretty well done. So yeah, you can safely assume the second spot. I feel like Japanese just has nothing of value in their TV shows, unfortunately. So yeah, it's last set. Okay, let's go to Les. What do you think?
I think I would like to pass on that, but I have to say something. So I saw like I don't know a few seconds of Japanese shows when I was scrolling through internet. I think that was god awful. And in terms of Korean, I have only saw like Squid Game on Netflix, so I can't be a good judge to that. And I didn't see anything from Chinese in terms of TV shows, so don't expect anything from me when I rate that.
Just
So
give a
I
rating,
would,
it's fine.
yeah, I would give Japan third and Korean Chinese ex aequo.
Okay, sure. Glass, how about you? You're Chinese, you must have seen some Chinese shows before.
Yeah, I grow up. I actually grew up watching a lot of Chinese shows, but I'm not gonna lie.
Now
I
there's
would.
expert.
No. It's been a while since like technically I don't watch any Chinese shows now. But I'm still gonna put like Korean number one because mainly I've watched a few Korean dramas. They're very good. They're very good. So yeah, and then Chinese I'll put number two because I've watched a lot of Chinese shows when I was young, and they're all pretty. They're all not bad. Like especially because I was a kid, and I was like into cartoons all the time. But like I was able, like even though I was like so young, I was able to kind of get like entranced in the Chinese shows.
I think this is a perk of being young.
I don't know. It's just so I give them perks for it. It's not bad. And I'll put Japan last because if you exclude like the Japanese ads, which I don't think TV shows includes that. I feel like the Japanese TV shows are not that good, man.
Japanese ads are bangers sometimes.
Yeah, Japanese like if you include Japanese ads, like it'll be number one because Long Long Man will always win. All right, but if not, then if it's just shows, I would put Japanese third.
Okay, Gas, how about you?
Again, I've never saw. I keep hearing about it from my mom. Right, she keeps watching these like Chinese historical dramas about like these fuckers like fighting for the throne
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's not bad.
Yeah, she's always talking about like these people like trying to kill each other and like an evil bitch mom because I feel like there's always one there, and I'm just like, okay, like I don't watch it with her. I keep hearing about it though. So yeah, I can't say much about. Yeah, aside from that, I wish my mother would stop watching so much Chinese dramas. Um, for Korean and Japanese, honestly, when I first thought about it, I thought I had never seen a single Japanese show. Then I realized that I watched Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, so I
Yeah,
have.
those are Japanese shows. Yeah, I just don't
Exactly.
watch them.
Yeah, and those are actually good. Um, also like Japan. Have you seen like Japanese game shows?
I've seen I've even watched Japanese variety shows. Like, you know how Japanese idols have variety shows. You guys might not know, but I
I
used to
know
be
that.
a Japanese idol fan for a period of time. So I did watch Japanese idol variety shows before. Those are okay. I quite enjoyed them. But it was mostly there to look at idols instead of the variety show. But you know,
I feel like the game shows, or at least like compared to what I see as like an American, are actually pretty fun, like to look at compared to whatever bullshit entertainment we got here. Um, however, I do think that Koreans better just in terms of like the shows they have. Um, I don't know. I watched a few K dramas and every single one I've watched has been like really fucking good. I don't know why, they just are. I guess Koreans are just really good at creating like short like TV shows. I don't know why.
who knows?
I don't know why. I literally don't know why. They just like I guess they feel like streamlined.
They have
That's
ultra
that's the word.
instinct.
Yeah, yeah. Like the plot typically makes sense. The story's engaging. The characters are typically pretty cool. And yeah, can't say the same for at least for the Japanese shows I've watched because always just been fucking monster of the week bullshit. So yeah.
So, where are you putting Japanese and Chinese?
Oh, all right. I mean, Korean at the top, Japanese in the middle, and then sadly Chinese is at the bottom.
I feel like Chinese is second here because me and Glass.
Rated them so high? I mean,
I
probably.
think we rated them in the middle, so.
Sure,
And Les
yeah.
rated Korean and Chinese the same. Wait, you
Yeah.
rated all of them the same?
No, I rated Japanese at the
Oh,
bottom.
Japanese. Yeah, Japanese. Sorry, but Japanese TV is just not very special. If you remove all the anime from it, there's just not much that is for going for it, unfortunately. I feel like if they made a real life isekai TV drama, I would watch it though. Would you watch something like that?
Kinds of
Probably not, honestly.
acting.
I feel like they could try converting the same story that they would do for an anime or manga and try making it a TV show and see how it goes. So I feel like they've never tried it before. Maybe they did and it just failed horribly, so who knows. Okay, next. This is a
Right.
topic that we are going to go by very quick. You're just gonna say your rankings and nothing else. We are talking about H content. Okay. Just give your rankings. Don't give any explanation. We are not going to get cancelled or fucking having our channel deleted for saying something wrong. Glass, you go first and just say your ratings. Don't fucking say anything else. If not, I'm fucking muting you immediately, okay?
Oh, okay. Korean 1, Japanese 2, and Chinese 3.
Okay, Les?
Top to bottom, Korean, Japanese, Chinese.
Gas?
I can't participate. I think I'm a minor.
Oh,
Uh,
oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, we are gonna get cancelled.
Don't worry. He knows nothing about it. You guys both gave Korean one. I still say Japanese, Korean, Chinese though. I guess if since two of you voted
I,
Korean as one, I guess Korean is one.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
Korean is okay,
let's
but I feel
go.
like Japanese is in general better. Okay, never mind. Let's just not talk about it too long.
Let's
Okay, let's move on to a very highly contested category, music. Guess you can start off this one.
oh wait, with what? I'm sorry. I wasn't
Music.
paying attention. Music. Oh
Music.
boy. Fuck.
It's a very contested, highly
What- what's-
debatable ranking.
All I listen to is literally K-pop and like anime songs, right? Or not anime, but like Japanese artists. Typically, who I learn about from anime. Fuck.
That's why I'm
Honestly,
saying this is a
Korean.
very, this is very difficult. I think this is the hardest category of all of them.
Fuck. Cause I listen to so much K-pop though. Fuck. Like I listen to so much goddamn K. I honestly I've listened to way more K-pop than I've watched to like anime or like not anime. Fuck, I keep saying anime. Japanese artists. Like the Japanese artists that I really do like are like Ado and Aimer. And they're really good. Honestly, Ado's probably like my favorite artist that like of all time because it's her voice mostly. It's like sexy and for she has like a deep kind of like growly voice. I don't know if that's the
Yeah.
best way to describe it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Point being, it's hot to listen to. But K-pop, it's really good. I don't know why maybe it's because I've grown up on it. Maybe I'm like brainwashed. But I've listened to like some like Big Bang and like Super Junior. I don't know if you guys know any of these names.
Yes, I do.
But
I mean, they're quite famous, so.
yeah. And Chinese, like they're all really good. All I'm talking about are the old school K-pop bands because I'm gonna be real. I haven't listened to like anything new from K-pop because I don't know. Like I don't hate it. Like I honestly think feel free to roast me, but I think BTS makes good music.
I think they do make good music.
Yeah, I feel like people like just brush them off because they're overrated or whatever, or because of the Korea boost. But like it's good. The music they make is good. I just don't listen to much new K-pop, mostly because I really like the old artists.
Okay, but what's your ranking? You have to pick, man.
I think I have to.
Have you ever listened to Chinese music before?
No.
Okay.
The closest I've got was like you know that one meme. It was like, fuck. It was like
Which one?
no, it wasn't. It's like the guy with the water bottle. Fuck,
Oh,
what was that?
Oh fuck! I forgot
Super
the name
Idol,
of the
yeah,
song also.
Super Idol.
Super Idol.
and then that one awful fucking song. Not because it's bad, because like because it's the guy like it sounds like the N word, but it's clearly not.
Japanese also has that word.
No. It's just one specific song.
Okay, whatever.
I'm not
We
gonna
don't
sing
talk about that here.
We don't talk about it. Like that. Like those are like the only two like Chinese songs I know. But honestly, if I had to make a choice between K-pop and like Japanese, it's not really J-pop. I kind of is, but not really. But I think I put K-pop at the top and Japanese in the middle, and then sadly Chinese last again.
Okay, at least you made a choice. It was a tough choice, so it was a choice you had to make.
It really was tough.
Alright, Les, how about you?
Alright, so I didn't really listen to any of Chinese music, so it will fall to the first place.
Use
As for
Chinese music, man.
as for Japanese and Korean, I don't listen too much to K-pop, but I heard a bit of it. But I think that Japanese music and also soundtracks for mostly anime, alright, and for few games are really good. They really managed to develop that and not just keep that in terms of anime, but they also how can I say that? They also grew larger and larger to spread the to spread the fame of musicians like I don't know Lisa.
I feel like the thing is that anime songs aren't made to be anime songs. They're made to be normal songs that just somehow manage to fit well with an anime, so they become anime songs.
Cut out the portion of it, yeah.
They're all like I think all anime songs are like most anime songs are actually like sold as singles, so like there's a huge popularity for them. So
yeah, and they just cut it out to 90 seconds and put in opening. But also the soundtracks for anime can be really good, especially like those Grando is
I don't mean to alarm
mm,
anyone,
Hua.
but maybe
I
it's just
can't
my
spell it.
computer. Oh.
Huar? Core? I don't know. So, well, I will rate the Japanese first, Korean second, and Chinese third.
Yeah. Wait, guess what were you saying?
Wait, what the fuck? Okay. No, your camera was just like bugging out on my screen. I couldn't tell if that was my computer or that was something
Yeah, this
else.
is you. It's fine on my
Oh,
side, so
okay.
you don't
Yeah,
need to
now
worry.
you're fine. I don't know. The second you started talking, okay, whatever. Yeah,
You don't need to worry, it's
sorry.
fine.
Sorry,
My
keep
camera
going.
doesn't matter. My camera is the least important thing here. Okay, anyway, Glass. What about you?
Oh, okay. I'm a very amateur when it comes to music, but how I would generalize each great nation by with the music that I think they're best known for, probably not, is I feel like Japanese is like, for me, very well-rounded. It has a lot of, you know, a lot of different types of genres of song, but probably because I listen to Japanese songs a bit more. I feel like Korean K-pop is more focused on, well, K-pop, like, and it's very like very rock or very like upbeat and stuff like that. And I feel like Chinese kind of separates between the old Chinese songs and the newer ones, like the new Chinese songs, and both are very good in their own respective ways. But by categorizing each, right, I would have to unfortunately put like it's a very unpopular opinion, but I would have to put Korean last, like Korean third place.
Mm-hmm.
But mainly because like I listen to more Chinese and Japanese songs, so I know both a bit more, and I love the sad songs from each side, man. They're so good. But I mean, one has to take the place. One has to take number one, right? So I have to go with Japanese at that. Yeah, because I think Japanese slightly beats Chinese, mainly because like I don't know, some of the sad songs are just so good, and like there's unlike Chinese singers, right? There's a lot of singers, like at least because I listen to slightly more Japanese songs. There's a lot of singers that has the voice tone that kind of fits what I like. Like Imer, there's like a lot of what does it call, like parody singers also, right? Oh, cover singers like Aizawa, Cell, Yama, and stuff like that. There's
Yama isn't a cover singer though.
Wait, Yama isn't? Oh
Yama
god.
has her own songs.
Oh, okay,
Yama
that's
has a
good.
lot of her own songs.
I didn't realize that. I thought she was a cover singer all this time, but okay. But yeah, there's a lot of good like singers with like voices that I really like. I really like those like slow, like, okay, most of them don't really sing slow songs, but I really like those like very slow, very deep voices. Those, yeah, singing voice, like slow and deep singing voice. Sorry. That's why I would rate Japanese first. Chinese second is mainly because like I feel like a lot of the time, okay, technically Chinese has it also, because a lot of the Chinese songs that I like more are mainly sung by guys, and they do have the deep voice, but it's made most of the time they just sing it like, from at least the stuff that I've listened to, they just sing it more casually. So that is like why they get like the slight, number two. But I would say both Japanese and Chinese songs are pretty much almost even. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Katie, by the way. Hello to audience in
Hello.
the comment section.
Hello.
Honestly, I think this is the hardest one for me because I've listened to all three quite a lot, and that's the issue. There's a period of time where I listened to only Korean songs, currently I only listen to Japanese songs. And there's a period of time where I was listening to only Chinese songs. So there's a period of time where I've listened to only one language of song. So like I know all of them quite well. So this is like very difficult for me to actually pick because I grew up with music quite a bit. Like Chinese songs, I grew up with Chinese songs. Chinese songs, especially some of the old ones, they're so banger that they are just so good. Korean songs have a very good mix of pop and also ballad songs. Japanese also has a good. I feel like in terms of music, I feel like all of them are on par with each other. And that's what makes it so hard because I'm having trouble like picking which one I honestly want to rate as number one because I've listened to all these so much. So I really cannot. If I had to pick, I think I would. It's Japanese 1, Chinese 2, Korean 3. Unfortunately, that's how I have to do it because I just listen to far too much Japanese songs right now. It's just a personal bias. Chinese songs, I love the old Chinese songs, very banger. I grew up with it. It's my childhood, very nostalgic. Has to be second. Korean, unfortunately, I actually fell out with Korean songs. I don't mean to say they're bad. Like the margin between each of them is like so tiny. But in terms of personal opinion, is Japanese 1, Chinese 2, Korean 3. So in the end, Japanese wins out. I actually don't know which is second, Chinese or Korean.
I can't.
Tied. They are tied. Okay. I feel like the margin for them is really very close. So either like if I listen to one of them any more than the other, it'll probably edge out the other. But unfortunately, I just I listen to too much music too often. I listen to music every day for at least a few hours. It's just like within half this year, I got my YouTube music report recently for like the first half of this year, I think. I listened to over 1,000 songs, which is more like, this is like maybe like 7-8 songs every day at least.
Alright.
A lot of songs, man. I've listened to 5. Okay, wait, I need to ask the important question, Gas, especially to you. Would you prefer American music or any of the other music?
Holy shit. Neither. The real answer is that Thai music is the best.
Do you actually like Thai music?
Thai music? Fuck you. Have you listened to Loso? That shit's good.
I unfortunately have not, but maybe I might listen to it once.
Loso is so good.
Okay, anyway,
it's quite literally my childhood, okay?
But you're not Thai.
I'm not Thai, yeah, but I'm Laos, I'm Laotian, okay? We're like bootleg Thai, okay? It's like the same thing. We're like the same thing. Our language is so goddamn similar.
Okay, anyway, now that we've gone past the very difficult category, let's go to a simpler category. Games. Games. I think it's quite hard to figure out what game is made from what company because usually when you play a game, it's usually localized, so it's already translated. But games. Alright, I'll start again this time. For games, I think it's quite simple for me. I think it's quite... Japanese is definitely on one. Because simply put, Japanese games are just superior. I don't know, I've been streaming a lot of JRPGs. JRPGs are really fun. It's like playing a manga as a game, so those are really good. I think the other games as well, like I mean a lot of the big companies like Bandai Namco, Nintendo, all those are Japanese as well. So like in general, I think the amount of Japanese games, it's just overwhelming. In terms of Korean and Chinese games, I don't even know if I've played any Korean or Chinese games. The only Korean and Chinese games I've played are gacha games. And I think they're both equally horrible, so they can both get third, I guess. Yeah. Guess, what about you?
Yeah, Japanese is easily at the top.
Oh, yeah, you play FGO, of course.
No, you literally know that my favorite series is Yu-Gi-Oh! Come on. That's a game. There's no contest there. Between Chinese and Korean, I don't even know if there's any Korean games I've played. Maybe a gacha game, but like I played Azure Lane like a long time ago, like
Wait,
Or
Azur
yeah,
Lane
now I
is
haven't played.
wait. Yostar
I
is
don't know if Azure Lane's
Chinese.
Korean or Chinese.
Yeah,
Yostar is Chinese.
I think it's
Mihoyo is also Chinese. So Genshin is
Yeah, I know
Chinese.
MiHoYo is Chinese.
Honkai is Chinese.
I
Azure
think
is
I've
Chinese.
actually played. I think I've actually played more Chinese games than I have Korean. I don't think I've played a single Korean game.
Korean gacha games are the worst. So you have shit like Epic 7, King's Raid, horrible games.
Yeah,
Let me
so
tell you.
Japanese, easily the best games, no contest. I was literally playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 yesterday. It's a pretty good game. Uh, Chinese would have to come second, I guess, even though I hate Genshin. And yeah, Korean's last because I haven't played a single game of theirs.
Okay, Glass.
Oh, I would probably have like the same answer. Japanese number one always. It's the games are just superior. The story and everything, the characters, yeah, and the gameplay superior. When it comes to Chinese, I feel like most of the time I would definitely I put Chinese second over Korean mainly because I don't think I've played any Korean games. But I feel like Chinese well Chinese games kind of lose to Japanese a bit because like I feel like a lot of the stories are kind of like overrated because it's not as good. It's not that good. Like the story for the games are not that good, especially like Genshin. Like Genshin story is like very good, but it's not that good. There's a lot of like dog shit writing, man. Like in some parts, but some parts there's also a lot of like good writing. So who knows? But yeah, definitely Japanese one, Chinese two, and Korean third, mainly because I don't play any Korean games.
And Japanese are like the only people who created consoles because they have so many games. So it's kind of a testament to how good their games are. Also, yeah, maybe I'll move Chinese to second because Honkai Impact has good waifus. So yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, Les.
So first, I am a MMORPG player, so I will rate from that point of perspective. So also, like you, the Japanese will be first. I recently started playing Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. It's a great game with many different systems and great plot as far as I get there. Also, it's one of top 5 MMO RPGs in the world, I think. So Japan secured the first place easy. Second will be Korean. I also played MMO from them for a lot. It's called Black Desert Online.
No, Black Desert.
Yeah, it's a lot of grind type game, but if you won't be like a sweetie tryhard hardcore gamer, you can have a lot of fun while enjoying, I don't know, killing monsters, uh, going, taking your life skills and so on. And as far as I know, for Chinese MMORPGs, it's more like you have your whole monitor sparkling with bonuses. Everything is throwing at your face with I don't know how to call it even. Like there's too much everything at your screen in Chinese
It's just bad
MMOs.
UI basically.
Yeah, you have 500 messages with daily login, buy that, do
True. That's
that.
so true.
And I don't think there is any quality MMO from Chinese, if I recall. So yeah, basically, for me, Japanese first, Korean second, Chinese third.
So I guess in general, even though Les prefers Korean, I guess most of us don't play MMORPG, so we don't really know about that side. So it's Japanese first, Chinese second. Chinese only second because of MiHoYo basically. So
Yeah.
I would
Korean
say though, Honkai's story is not bad. Not bad.
Honkai waifus are not bad.
Yeah, the waifus are also very good. Oh, Yeah.
It feels weird to only like play console and gacha games. I don't know.
I feel
It's
the
normal,
Japanese
but,
have so many good games. I feel like so many of them are also console locked. Like, half of the good
true.
Japanese games are console locked sometimes.
I mean,
Which
I
I
feel
mean,
like
it makes you spend.
I mean, yeah, it does make it. I literally had to get a Switch just to play fucking SMT. So you know.
wait, Elden Ring is Japanese,
Yes,
right?
it is. The
Oh
It
yeah,
is?
publishing is very Japanese. The
that
whole
is
Dark Souls franchise is like, I forgot what the company is, but I'm pretty sure it's a
Oh,
Japanese company.
that solely makes it number one. I feel like because the Dark Souls.
well, you can
lore is so good.
you can also add all of Hideo Kojima games.
Oh yeah,
Death
yeah.
Stranding, Silent Hill.
Resident Evil, I think.
Yeah,
There
right.
was
I-
also
Yeah,
I
the whole
literally-
Pokemon franchise.
Yeah, I literally pre-ordered Xenoblade Chronicles 3 like a week ago.
I feel like
Metal Gear.
JRPGs are just on
Yeah.
another level, man. They're just too good. You can't sleep on them.
yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
Yeah.
that's all for the categories that I came up with. Do you guys have any categories you want to add?
Hmm.
This in terms
I
of
don't
purely
know.
entertainment.
Hmm.
There are two more categories that we are gonna go through, but that has nothing to do with the content section. So
I'm
that
not
doesn't count.
knowledgeable enough to add anything.
But if there's any
Well,
other thing that you
You're
feel
the
like,
advanced one from us.
Yeah, you seem to know more about this than us. I can't think of anything else.
okay, then I guess. Looking at the rankings, I think Japanese has gotten a clear amount of number ones, a total of 5 whole number ones. Out of how many categories is this? I can't count. This is 8 categories. So 5 of 8 categories go to Japanese content. So I think Japanese is our winner there. For second place, I actually can't really tell. It might be, I think it's Korean. Yeah, it looks like Korean. So yeah, so for
It
us, the number 1 place is Japanese. Number 2 is Korean, and number 3 is Chinese. Just like in the order that we put it.
Who would have expected that?
Who have expected?
Wow.
Very unbiased opinions. I feel like nah, it's just like Japanese is good. They're good at things they do.
I
They're
don't
good at what
think
they
we
do.
discover anything new, but well.
Okay, so
it's
even
not like
yeah.
it's not like we all met on a server meant for Japanese novel or anything.
I
No,
wonder
that-
who
What?
could who,
Yeah, insane.
who would have thought. Okay, anyway, now that we are done with the content, we still are. I figured that since we are doing topics about these 3 locations, we might as well go and do a. I added 2 additional topics that we can go and talk about. So the first one is food. So, which country's
Food.
food do you like the most?
Oh my god.
Rate them as well.
Uh,
Yeah, I might as well just start here since you guys have to think a bit as well. So I eat a lot of Japanese food, I eat a lot of Korean food, I eat a lot of Chinese food. I'm Chinese, I eat Chinese food like half the week. I feel like all of them are good. If I had to pick, I think it's pretty simple. I think it's Japanese, Korean, Chinese. I don't think that Chinese has bad food. It's just that I've grown so desensitized to Chinese food that I don't like it that much anymore. Japanese food is just it's just good. I feel like food in Japan is amazing. I went to Japan once, and the food there is great. I think Korean also has a lot of good food, but I just don't think I've had enough good Korean food to say that Korean food is better than Japanese food right now. I still fucking love sukemen. I went to Japan once, I ate sukemen once, and I still love sukemen till this day because I hardly get to eat sukemen. So yeah, Japanese is number 1 for me. So who wants to go next?
Oh.
Whoever is
I'll
ready,
go,
you can
but actually, I have to ask. Here's the thing. And is like the Chinese food in America actually like Chinese food?
It's Chinese inspired.
No, I mean Chinese. Like I feel like it's like Americanized bastardization of Chinese, like actual Chinese food.
What, like your Kung Fu chicken?
Yeah, like stuff like
That's
General
true.
Chow and like stuff like that. I feel like it feels like not.
I mean, I think some ingredients are changed, but I think most it's pretty much. I mean,
Pretty much
the
the same.
main staple of Chinese cuisine is rice and dishes. So
Right.
I think that's the baseline for Chinese cuisine. I know each different part of China has their own like specialities. You have stuff like Sichuan cuisine, which is your like super spicy shit. You have stuff like mala. I don't know, maybe it's only in my country, but people here love mala. It's also like, I mean, there's a lot of different kinds of Chinese food, but there's like the issue is there's so many that I don't know all of them as well. I think only if you go to China you would figure out all the different kinds of food they have.
I will say though, I really like Chinese duck. Is it Peking duck? Is that what it's called?
Oh, Peking duck
I think
is
so.
actually like it is, yes, it is
Yeah, that shit is good. It's
Peking duck
really
is
good.
really good. But
Yeah,
it's pretty
honestly,
expensive.
I actually think I have to put Chinese at the top of food for me. I think Korean and then Japanese. They all have good food. Nothing
Yes, they
wrong with
all
them. But I
really
think
have good food.
yeah. Korean. I don't know. I feel like I eat more Korean food than I do Japanese. Uh, Nothing about Japanese food. It's just I don't know. Like the stuff they have is just okay, I guess.
I mean, I
Like
feel like this
compared
is a very subjective topic because it depends on where you live. Because
It is.
depending on where you live, the quality of food you get for each of them is very different.
That is true. That is true. I don't think like the Japanese restaurants like near me. I don't think they're like as good as like the Chinese.
I feel like it's because you
Korean.
guys have more Chinese immigrants than Japanese immigrants, so you get more actual Chinese food than actual Japanese food.
Maybe. But yeah. I don't. If I had to say my favorite Japanese dish, it would have to be like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like a good beef bowl. You know, like gyudon.
Gyudon.
Yeah.
Don is a very simple favorite dish.
Dons are just good.
I feel like the only
Uh,
way to really enjoy the food is you actually go to the country, so it's really difficult to tell if you don't live in the country itself.
That is true. I'm literally eating bibimbap for dinner though, like today.
Bibimbap.
Yeah, it's
Not bad.
bibimbap's good. Yeah, I like it.
I prefer stews though, jjigae. Korean jjigaes
Yeah.
are really good.
I really like rice. I don't know. That's very Asian, but like you know, I don't know.
I also really like rice. I'm also very
I'm,
Asian.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But like the rice dishes are.
Fair.
I feel like they're better than noodle dishes.
They each have their charm.
Preference.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I think I'm good. Just, Chinese, Korean, Japanese. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Whoever wants to go first.
Okay,
Silence.
I would have said someone if no one said anything though. So
it's my turn.
okay, Glass, sure.
All right. I'll give a very neutral answer. They all win.
No.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Uh,
Even if you don't want to pick them, at least I won't ask you to rank all three, but at least pick your favorite.
Oh, they're all so good though. Okay, but I would feel like okay, because but they're all very good though.
Yeah, we know we all had been through that dilemma.
God
They're all very
damn.
good, but you have to pick one.
Okay, because I'm a very noodle type of guy,
I remember you saying this before. You're a really noodle
Yeah.
type of guy.
and okay. To be honest, I have to go with Japan number one. Slightly. Okay. Okay, Japan slightly number one, and Chinese slightly number two. Mainly because I've never eaten that much Korean noodles. So yeah.
I feel like Korean doesn't have too much noodles compared to. Do they? No, actually, Korea. Actually, as an Asian country, all of them have a good amount of noodles. So. Yeah, I guess. So it's Japanese number one for you, Chinese two, Korean three.
Yeah, but
Les, how
very
about you?
very slightly.
Oh my god, why are you doing this to me?
This is like the hardest one of all of them.
Yes. Like in my country you could treat like most of Asian food, I don't know, call it Chinese, Japanese, Taiwanese, I don't know. Like we have two type of two types of restaurant from, I would call them Asian, right? Sushi restaurants and like Chinese. For me, I like the best the sushi ones. Personally, just like sushi. So I will give Japan the first place, and then I can decide between Korean and Chinese because I never have eaten anything from either of them.
Okay.
Mm.
I
Actually,
guess.
question.
Yeah.
Y'all like spicy food? Like, which one do you think has the best spicy food out of all these?
Are you talking about spice level or like
Like-
tasty spicy food?
Tasty spicy, not just like heat. You know.
Japanese doesn't have good spicy food. Japanese people cannot eat spice. They are horrible at spicy food.
I'm
They're very good at
very,
making use of flavors. You get very flavorful food in Japan, but you don't get spicy food in Japan.
I'm very biased here.
Spice flavored food.
I will say Chinese, man. Oh,
Really?
yeah. But to be honest, I feel like if you want spice, other countries are better. Yeah, but if it's just out of all three, I'm a bit biased here. I'll go with Chinese because I've eaten more Chinese food, and to be honest, there's a lot of Chinese stuff that is either, a lot of spicy food, or it's just like, you can add everything like with spice and stuff on, you know. So yeah.
It's very hard to decide between Chinese and Korean, though. I guess, what's your favorite spicy food then?
Well, there's a cop-out answer and a real answer. Which one do you want?
The real answer.
The real answer? I think I prefer Korean spicy food.
What
I don't
dish
know,
in
maybe it's 'cause-
particular?
For what?
What dish in particular?
What's the name? Is it like is it I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, it's like the fucking fish cake thing.
Tteokbokki.
Fuck you.
Tteokbokki.
Yeah, that thing.
Tteokbokki. I also can't say it. I don't know why. I actually studied Korean, but I can't say it suddenly. Tteokbokki.
Tteokbokki.
Not fish cake though. It's rice cake.
Rice cake, shit. Whatever. I knew it was some cake. I don't know, man.
I mean, some of them come with fish cake, so
I'm uncultured. Okay.
it's really difficult. I wouldn't be able to pick which one has better spicy food. I feel like all spicy food is pretty good. I feel like if I wanted to get something more flavorful, I feel like Korean has more flavorful spicy food. But yeah, that's probably
Real
Korean.
answer.
Yeah,
The
probably
real
Korean.
answer is American food because clearly mayo is spicy.
Nashville, Nashville hot chicken.
No.
I think Korean has the better spicy food. Because Chinese spicy food, I don't know. It's a gray area for me. Last, do you eat a lot of spicy food?
Not really.
Are there a lot of like places where you can get spicy food in Europe?
Well, they are, but I'm not personally.
A fan of spice.
Don't look. Yeah.
Reasonable. Some people don't like too much spice in their food. It's like the Japanese. I remember I went to Japan one time and we went to eat at a curry place and the curry was not spicy at all. It was hilarious.
That's bad. You never want that.
Oh, anyway, somehow the food is like we managed to discuss the most about food. I guess because we all eat a lot of food, so it's easier to talk about food than with content. We all eat, so okay. Then let's go to the last topic for today's episode. We're going to talk about tourism. Which place? Not which place would you want to go more, but which place which country do you think is the most interesting?
Oh.
In what sense? Like,
So we'll take into account basically living there for a while, the environment, the comfortability of talking with people there, the
Okay. When we talk
culture
about
especially.
Korea, do we talk about North Korea or South Korea?
South Korea, of course. Do you want to go to North Korea? I don't think there's much
Sure,
there.
why not? Let's go.
Not really.
If you're in America, don't you have to like request to like some like government agency why you want to go to Korea? And if they reject you, they just don't let you go.
Maybe.
You're always under supervision when you're visiting North Korea, I think.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so
I
let's
heard
just
the stories
let's just
from my
for
parents.
simplicity's sake, let's split the tourism into two parts. So imagine going to a major city. So for Japan, you go to Tokyo or Osaka, one of the larger cities. For Korea, you go into Seoul, and for China, you go to Beijing. And then we split into basically cities, and we also split it into the more rural countryside areas. So like imagine like going to the sea in like a small little hut and just like relaxing, away from the world and culture, things like that. So what do you think would be the most interesting? I fucking like cannot speak suddenly. So yeah, not where you want to go more, because you all know where we want to go here. All right, which do you think is the most interesting one to visit?
Exactly. I want to go to China.
Your social credit is increasing.
Sorry. Okay. I actually need some time to think. You can skip me.
This is actually quite difficult as well. Okay, how about we discuss this together? Okay, let's talk about the good points and bad points of all the places. So Japan, we all know Japan, alright? We all know and love Japan. Japan is a great country. We probably cannot speak Japanese. We probably don't understand anything.
Exactly.
But if you watch
Indeed.
enough anime, you should be decent enough.
That doesn't try at all.
Don't even try.
I've been to Japan
Isn't there,
once. It's a nice place.
Isn't Japan just like really, whatchamacallit, really workaholic?
I mean, this is going there for relaxation. You're not going there to
For
work.
real,
So.
not to live, not to live.
It writes. I fucking wrote on the spreadsheet. It writes there tourism, not fucking living there.
I don't know. When you talk about visiting a different country, the first thought is immigration for me. I don't know why. Okay.
You really
Yeah,
love
do you
defecting from
have
your country.
This spreadsheet open.
I really just want to get the fuck out of the US.
Well, let's talk about Japan. So I've been to Japan before. That's a great place. The city, especially, like if you are in Tokyo, I think it's relatively okay, even if you don't speak Japanese. Like, you can get by with the simplest of Japanese, so you should be fine if you're worried about language. I think like getting a place there is one of the more annoying things, but I mean, like, you have Akiba, you can go visit shrines. There's a lot of cool weep stuff there, and yeah, it's good food. Well, that's the good stuff about the city in Tokyo, city in
I
Japan.
actually want to go. I think Korea is cool simply because I can drink there, and not not get in trouble.
And Korean
I'm not
cities, Korean cities are more like the hip, cool people place.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like maybe it's just me, but I feel like Korea is like fashionable, like more fashionable than like.
I think in general the country is very fashionable, which is why the place itself is fashionable.
Like I'm trying to look good, right?
Koreans look very nice. In fact, I feel like Koreans are very nice.
Although I would not want to dress up to the nines like all the time. That sounds tiring.
Okay, wait, boy, I wasn't talking about Japanese curry. I was talking about Indian curry that I ate in Japan. Wait, it wasn't about Japanese curry. Japanese curry is not spicy. Yes, that's true. I was talking about Indian curry in Japan. It's very unspicy, even on the spiciest level.
That is very bad. I would be mad if I was eating there.
Yeah, I feel like the spiciest food in Japan is not very spicy. I feel like some places will offer spicier food, especially if you go to a place run by like a foreigner. who like came in from another country that's used to eating spicy food, if you probably ask them that you want to have it spicier, they'll probably be like, okay, sure, you know. Yeah, that's a different thing. I feel like the countrysides for each of these countries are pretty nice though. Except maybe China. I'm afraid I'm gonna get like fucking kidnapped by like the government or something. You know all the horrible stories about the Chinese like rural areas sometimes, right?
No.
Like
No.
I feel like there's like
I would like to visit the Great Wall.
there's something like there's like some like shady people trading in like the rural China
Yeah.
areas. No, there was
I
that
can't
one
lie.
mess with that China. There's that one time with the Chinese VTuber who said she got kidnapped and she was sent to a rural village in China before or something like that. Pretty
Is
weird.
this true?
God damn.
Might be.
Shady people
We don't know.
trading
It's
your
China. They
organs.
probably heavily censored everything that we wanted to know about it, so I never know.
I legit
Wait.
want to go to China just to know what it's like there. Like, I'm not even joking. I just want to know.
I think China is not a bad place. I feel like, especially in the city, I think there's a lot of people who can speak English there as well. Because people, especially in like Beijing, there's a lot of top universities there, and people there learn English. And they just like, in general, I think China, like the city of China, like the major cities are pretty nice place to go. They're very well developed. Just think of them as like New York City because China is a pretty advanced country, so you know.
That is true.
I feel like you'll have a harder time. Actually, I think the city, because all of the countries, it's like 2022 now, like all the cities are very used to handling tourists. So I don't think if you're in the city, it's definitely not hard to get around without being able to speak the native language. Agree?
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere.
It's better to know the native language.
I feel like if you were going to like the rural areas though, you would definitely need to know the native language. But I think it's especially hard for China because Chinese people use a lot of dialects. There are like so many dialects in China that it's hard to know all of them. Even if you go to a rural area and you know Chinese, you might not speak the same dialect as them and they might not know mainstream Chinese. Then you're just
Also,
fucked.
the pronunciation, I think. Well, at least for me.
It's very difficult. If you're talking about culture though, culturally, which country do you find the most interesting?
Culture.
Oh, culture. Oh,
Alright, be a whip.
culture.
Say
I have.
Japan.
I feel like culture for me. Culture. Japan easy win, man. Cause I love yukatas, man. I love the very traditional, like Japanese stuff, the shrines, the yukatas, and everything. So the matsuris and everything. So when it comes to culture, Japan wins for me.
I still have to
Yeah.
say Japan though.
I don't know if this counts as culture, but I think Chinese history is like really interesting, or more so than like Japanese and Korean.
I mean, they
Maybe
do have like the longest history for sure.
Well, I think I'm just like a history nerd, so that's probably it.
Are you in? I thought Epic was a history nerd.
Yeah, we're both history nerds. It's fine.
You don't even know all your states. How are you a history?
You know, shut up. I'd much
Definitely
rather
though, like
learn-
for Korea and China, it's more of like the historical ruling that you'll care more about, and then Japan is more of like the shrines and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit different where you would go more for.
actually, when now that Glass mentioned it, I actually think like Chinese dresses are like really nice.
What the
Pao?
tea powers? Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, does Korea have anything like that?
Hanbok.
Never heard of that in my life. Time to Google this.
You don't need to Google it. I mean, I haven't seen it in real life, but I know about it. I mean, if you watch I mean, like, if you think about it, like, most of the culture you will care about for Korean and Chinese are what you'll see in your historical dramas for Korean and Chinese shows as well. Those are the things you really want to see. Like all the sport, all like the old war stuff, the emperor rulings, stuff like that. I feel like Japanese is not as interesting as that. I feel like some people, I think that's not true though. You have stuff like what do you call it? I forgot what that thing. What, the Sengoku era or something. I think that's pretty interesting as well. Like looking at swords, katanas.
I feel like like I don't know, the only few like Japanese history stuff I know is like regarding yukata stuff. So
Sounds like a you thing. Although I just really like the aesthetic of shrines. I could just go shrine hopping for like a whole day because like shrines are just like going to a shrine. It's so relaxing. I don't know why. Like when I was there, I spent like one whole day walking around shrines before, and it was like great.
Yeah, I really love going to the Japanese shrines. I actually like I wanted to go like shrines whole day if I could, but because I was with my friends and we were just like Akiba, so mainly we just spent every time. I think I only went to like 3 shrines: Asakusa, Meiji, and wait, I can't even remember. God damn.
But the shrines are just like, I don't know. I prefer the look of shrines, even though like I think the building style of all 3 countries are actually quite similar because they are like from the same kind of descent, from Chinese descent, you know, Chinese ancestry. I mean, it's funny how all 3 countries are kind of similar, but at the same time now they are very not similar at all.
Isn't that how countries are?
And then in the end, we completely derailed from the topic of which country is the best tourist location.
They all win because they are all good at they're all very good at tourism in their own way. Depends on
They're all good in their own way. You can pick whichever one you want.
Yeah.
And then it'll all be worth going to.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go to China though. I'll feel like such the fakest Chinese there.
I would go to China just to see the Great Wall and then go something else, somewhere else.
My fake Chineseness will leak out. They'll see that I'm Chinese and they'll start talking to me in Chinese and I'll be like, what the fuck are they saying, man?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not Chinese.
Same.
Imagine being fake Chinese. Like,
I think it's the same. I feel like it's the same for all countries. Like, if you have like the typical Asian look, you'll get like mislabeled in all 3 countries. I swear, I think Japanese people thought I'm Japanese. I feel like Korean people will think I'm Korean as well. And Chinese people also think I'm Chinese. And I cannot speak any of the languages fluently and I'm gonna fucking get like, I'm just gonna get so self-conscious. I'm can you speak English please? I'm horrible at all 3 languages.
I can kind of speak normal Chinese, but I feel like if a Chinese like person from China were to talk to me, I wouldn't be able to understand.
How about we start talking in Chinese and then Gasp and Les can understand us?
Do it.
Nah, my Chinese is still horrible. I can't remember. And here's the thing: I've learned Korean before, but I completely forgot everything I learned about Korean.
What the hell? We don't do that here.
Yeah. Anyway, tourism. All 3 countries are great. If you have a chance to visit when borders open up, the only country which border. Actually, no, only Korean has their borders open. Chinese is still under lockdown. China is, I think, still under lockdown. And then Japan is, they just don't like people, so they're not letting people enter right now.
Nah, man, I have no money.
Yeah, Japan has hot springs. Boy, you bring up a very good point.
Oh, they have hot springs? Shit.
The Japanese ryokans are really good. I haven't been to one, but they always seem so nice. The way that they are portrayed.
The only thing good about hot springs is the mixed bath, man. The mixed bath. God damn.
You're not going. You're not getting into a mixed bath.
God,
I feel like it also mainly depends on the seasons. I feel like some seasons are better to go to one country than the other. Like if you just so happen to be going during cherry blossom season, there's no reason for you not to go to Japan.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like I'm not sure about the other 2, but I feel like Japan, like most of the seasons you go to, there will be something good.
True.
Yeah, yeah.
True, but I mean, he can't win them all, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try.
Les, don't fucking post in. Why are you chatting when you're here? What's wrong with you?
See, I have the multiple things at once.
What the fuck?
Don't ban me, please.
Anyway, I think which country you want to go to depends on which one you feel like going at that point in time. You should go to all of them if you have the opportunity to. I feel like it's always good to travel. I like traveling, even though we are all stuck and poor right now. Maybe one day we'll meet in the same country and we can do a live version of the podcast.
We can
Oh.
do a showdown. Face
That will-
reveal when.
I'm ready here. You guys are not here.
That will probably be like when Gaffs is like old enough so we can drink together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
do the drunk podcast soon, right? Like once I'm of age.
We could.
Drunk live stream? Shit, that sounds awful.
Oh yeah.
Alcohol is expensive though. I don't
Yeah.
know how
it
much
is.
alcohol. You just buy the.
Drunkards.
How do you know
Nah.
Glass is not wearing his shirt? Void?
What?
How do you know?
Wait,
I'm
what?
Glass, you're being
Oh, yeah,
spied
how'd
on.
you know? How'd you know Glass
Glass.
was naked?
Glass,
I
you
was-
better watch out, man. Void
I'm
knows.
never wearing my shirt.
Anyway, yeah. We basically gone through everything we wanted to go through this episode. We figured out
Right.
that the content we like the most is Japanese content. And then we realized that food is a very tough point of contention because we all love food. Then for tourism, go visit every country. You should go and experience countries while you are young. And use that knowledge for who knows what. But yeah, that's it.
Sadly, we don't have any of Epic's opinions because he's how do I say it? It's kind of a bitch.
Okay,
and
you know,
not wake.
Since we are here at this point in time and Epic is still not here, let's just shit talk Epic for a bit. Like, come on, holy shit,
Let's
Epic
go.
is such a useless
Go.
piece of fucking shit, man. You know, let me tell you, I fucking messaged yesterday, like a few hours before, like quite a while before, like 1 or 2 days before. I told everyone that to come here at this time, like we 1 hour before I started. That was when I asked everyone to come. Like 1 hour plus 30 minutes. Everyone should start coming in. And then this fucker, okay, so to give some context, Glass
Already
is
dead, alright.
somewhat dying right now. And so Glass was somewhat dying, and then Epic was there.
Yeah.
And then after that, he was just messaging. I had no fucking clue what he was doing on fucking. It's Friday, right? Friday night for you guys.
Yeah.
On Friday night, yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, we have no
Morning
idea what the
from-
fuck he was doing, and he completely forgot that he was supposed to come today. So he's like gone for two. He's gone for 2 episodes in a row. So I don't know what's up with Epic, man.
God, he's
Man,
But at
gonna
this
join-
point, we might
His
might
life
remove
right now,
him.
and we
He
are
might get
shit talk
sacked.
about him.
He might clear the
No.
position for Epic because Epic is like the most uninteresting person. He's just here to make us feel better about ourselves.
What? He's very interesting, man. We just haven't
Chill.
thought about him. You know?
Well, maybe Epic needs a break. You know, who knows?
A break. He hasn't been
Break
here for 2
from
weeks.
us.
What the fuck? Not even 2 weeks. 2 months. He hasn't been here for 2
Yeah,
episodes.
too much for him.
I,
Alright.
Yeah.
I think Glass needed a break more.
You're making him
Glass, you've been-
shy.
Huh?
Like, you've been fucking dying for what 4 days now.
Yeah. It's
And
alright.
you still made it.
I got painkillers.
I don't know what you mean by taking a break, man. I fucking stream literally every day except Saturdays.
I know.
Who cares about pain? Glass is
He was
alive.
literally here yesterday. He was like questioning Glass's condition or some shit.
I don't know. Glass is
He
somewhat
was.
dying, but apparently the doctor says he's fine.
Yeah.
So we
Epic
don't really
said
know
he's
whether
fucking
he's
right.
okay
How
or
much does
not.
it cost to see a doctor? Oh yeah, because why the fuck did you not want to see a doctor again? Because it was
He was
expensive.
too
Is that
poor.
Yeah.
Because he
no,
was
expensive.
cowed.
it's a waste of money, okay?
it?
I told Glass I was willing to send him money to go see a doctor, and he said no.
No. No. No, no, no.
Yeah, Void has COVID right now, so
What?
he's also dying a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Void also has. Void is also sick right now.
Imagine.
The difference is that he has leave and you don't.
Oh yeah.
I mean, did Voy at least go to the hospital?
No, I mean COVID isn't that bad. You don't need to go to the hospital. You just need to like relax and not die at home. That's all you need to do.
We will gather up money in this channel for glass surgery, maybe.
Whenever this channel is able to get monetized, all the money will go to Glass first, so they can move out of the shithole of a country he's in.
No, please no, man. Please no. I don't need.
Okay, I'll buy a house and I'll buy you a plane ticket to move here, and you'll live here instead. How about that?
What? That means
That's a brilliant idea.
I have to probably refine a job. That's gonna be very hard.
Don't worry, it's not hard to find a job here.
Really?
There's a lot of part-time positions up for fast food places.
Is there
do
any
a
like
legal job.
full-time office jobs?
Probably
Oh, okay. That's good.
not
If
hard.
this channel goes monetized,
Because
we will do
of
face
your
review.
descent as well, people will probably be like, we can probably
Sweet.
pay you less. Then they'll pay you less than the usual wage that they pay people here. And then you'll still work and you'll be happy because you're being paid more probably than what you would have earned if you're doing the same job.
Oh,
You know?
but now that you
Well-
told me that, I'll kind of feel like, damn.
Let's just buy a place and all of the podcast guys will move in and then we can do a live session.
Yeah, the podcast is actually just Glasses GoFundMe in secret.
No, I will not accept it.
I will find where
Uh-huh.
you live and I'll fucking drag you out. We don't live very far apart from each other. I will be able to find you one
You
day.
will become millionaire, Zev.
Bro. Epic's gonna fucking watch this last part and be like, oh, damn. Like,
You
He would
won't
give
watch it,
such a-
alright?
he would give a lackluster reaction because that's just how he is.
Okay, anyway, well, actually, now that I'm on this topic, I don't want to forget about this. So, for everyone who's watching the episode, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching it, watching the VOD, but we have a segment coming up that we want the audience's help with. So, we're actually doing series reviews, and we are looking for series that you want us to review to cover in a future episode. So if you have any series that you feel like would be fun to see us talk about, or that you just enjoy in general, you can just post it in the comments, and then we'll go and look through them. And probably one episode when we have enough, and when we have finished going through all the series, then we'll go and do a whole episode on it, talking about it, and then you can see how we rate your taste, whether it's good or not.
Please don't send trashy series.
If you
Send
want
the
to say
trash.
trashy
Don't
series are
do
funny.
that.
Here's
Well,
for
send
me
something
actually.
that has like 1,000 chapters, so we'll have those.
Honestly, anything that
No.
is translated enough is good enough. As long as there's enough content to talk about, it's okay. Now, here's the thing.
1,000 chapters, 30 volumes. That's the minimum.
I know some people really don't like trashy series, but I go out of my way to find very low rated series to read to see why people hate it so much. I feel it's very enjoyable.
That is true.
Gav, do you remember the It's Maka Not Baka series?
Fucking, I hated. I
It's so
hated
bad
that.
that you can't forget about it. If you read it, if you've read it
can't.
once, you can't forget about it. It's that horrible.
It was
It's
so
so
fucking
good.
bad.
It's so good. It's so awfully
No.
good. It's such a horribly
I-
good scene.
I just wanted to cry the whole time we were doing that. We were just like,
It's like an
But really-
amazingly horrible series that is so funny to read. It's not a series that you would ever read on your own, but when you read it with other people, it becomes hilarious.
You will
You should
enjoy
read
trashing
alone.
it.
That's the only series. That's the only reason why I read horrible series. Like it's such a serious series as well, but we are just laughing about it the whole time. It's so great. This is the reason, which is exactly the reason why I go out of my way to look for horrible series, because it's so funny to read with people.
give us the
yeah.
worst series so we can trash it. And
A plus point is if
Actually,
you go and roleplay the reading of the series.
oh my godness.
It's
Now-
even funnier if you roleplay it with people. You roleplay a
now it's too
shitty
late to
series.
button.
Anyway, the thing about
well-
reviewing series also is a bit of an issue with licensing. Actually, let's just talk about licensing, because I feel like a lot of series don't like it when people do fan translations. You know,
they don't.
especially the Koreans. But the Japanese also don't really like fan translations when they have original translations. Because like people, I think they're thinking like, why would people read the paid version of it when they can read the free version that's out already? You know.
Yeah.
And so there's a huge issue with I don't know, they just don't like people outside to read, because until they like properly publish it for the global audience. It's a very weird thing, but it's a thing that happens. But we won't be actually like showing it on the stream, so it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, we'll be talking about it. We're not gonna like provide links or anything. We'll just.
We are all actually like very proficient in multiple languages. We actually read all our series in raw format. You read Korean series in Korean and Japanese series in Korean. We're actually very proficient at the language. So yes, we actually read the official 100%
Oh.
legitimate versions of it to do reviews. So do not go and catch us on this, alright?
Yeah, exactly. We were lying. We could move to Japan or Korea right now and have no language barrier.
Someone got a
Yeah,
strike
the
for
previous
talking about
one-
the series. What was that, like the One Piece drama or something? Like talking about anime will get you copyright strike. Like that's like the dumbest thing ever.
So,
The
Hey, look, if we
previous-
don't put any content
before-
on the screen, how will they tell that we are talking about the series in the first place?
yeah, we
That's
don't have
right.
we don't have to put in the title either. You know.
We'll put random reviews number 1.
Exactly.
Our previous talk about our bad Korean, Japanese, and Chinese knowledge of language was just
Should we talk
to
about- Sorry. Oh. No, you're fine. Sorry.
go on.
No, it's just about next month.
All right. Our previous talks about our poor knowledge of languages was just to mask the next episode, so we won't get copyright banned.
You know, guys, let's go and do a milestone. For if we get 1,000 subs, I'm gonna buy everyone here a meat costume and we're all gonna wear it on stream one day.
I'd rather shave my head at that point.
I'm already going to shave
$1,000.
my head.
$1,000 for glass, and we will do face reveal.
What? No,
I
no.
can do a
Yeah.
face reveal, it's fine. We can,
I will
we can do-
reject the money.
No joke, but if we'll probably set milestones, but we're gonna do a costly one, 100%. I don't know what number we'll actually pick, but we're actually gonna do it.
Oh, what now?
Cosplay stream. We're gonna cosplay and do
Oh.
the episode.
What the
Don't
fuck?
even try.
I'm not joking. This is legitimate.
You know, I will wear the maid with pride. Okay.
No.
It doesn't have to be a
No.
mate. We could figure
Don't
something
try,
out. We could
Zephy.
figure out a common
Don't
ground.
try. Please. Don't
Don't
do
worry,
this to us.
No joke. When we do it, I'll pay for all the costumes. You just give me your address. I'll fucking ship it to you. I'll buy it and send it to you.
What the
So
fuck?
wait.
But we are doing the episode. It's going to
Still waste
happen.
of money.
I don't care if it's a waste of money.
Not gonna
If we
happen.
hit the milestone, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking send you guys the cosplay. We're gonna wear it.
I'm
In
open
Epic's
for
here,
it.
can we give him like the most embarrassing costume, please?
I mean, we can decide
Well,
later. We could figure out a theme or something. But
I
it's
think
going to
we
happen.
should
It's
do-
definitely going to happen if we hit a certain milestone. I'm not even joking. This is a legitimate thing. It's caught on tape. It's caught on tape. Okay. Was the stream supposed to start at 10:30 or 11? It was supposed to start at 10:30, but honestly, it took a bit to set up. So even if Epic was here, we'll probably start at like 10:40. But then after I finished setting up, Epic still wasn't here, so we decided to wait for Epic for 30 more minutes. But it didn't come, so in the end we were forced to start at 11. So
It's
yeah.
all Epic Falls.
11 my time at least. GMT +8. But yeah, we were forced to push back the starting time because Epic is a piece of shit. So anyway, the cosplay thing is 100% as a milestone. No joke.
Let's do cosplay while drunk. That's a perfect idea.
It's not really a milestone. It's like a time milestone, but like once I am of age, we are doing what is it? What the fuck are we doing? I
The
forgot.
drinking stream, the
Was
party
either the
stream,
drinking? No, or there was something else.
the hentai tag review stream.
Oh, never mind. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
We are doing that. We are doing that as well. We just leaked the episode, but yeah, we're gonna be doing the hentai tag review tier list with Gas when he's
that's
old enough.
That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Okay, how about the
Imagine.
cosplay milestone is 1 mil, so you guys don't need to be too worried at like 100 subs.
Bruh. That's
Yeah.
too far.
I feel-
Oh,
Set
what-
big dreams, alright.
What is Void talking about? Everyone played. No, I'm not cosplaying as Ayana Gucci. No.
Oh, we'll figure that out
it's-
when we are closer to 1 million subs. That's an official statement. At 1 million subs, we'll do the cosplay thing. The other milestones, we'll figure something out. We'll probably do a Q&A one day as well. Probably.
Oh,
we can.
We should
dub
actually.
something.
We should voice act something eventually, though. Not just
No.
that.
What an abridged episode of Classroom of the Elite.
Oh yeah.
No.
oh,
That's so.
Oh,
brilliant
Ayano Koji,
idea.
your cock is so big and throbbing.
oh! You know what? We should
No.
read Zachy's
Oh
fanfic.
no. That was cursed.
Hey, Kay,
That-
nice tits you got.
No. You know, I haven't read the series, so he may have said that. You know,
True. He probably said it.
in the latest fucking volume, he may have said that. Laz, can you confirm?
I can't. I don't
No.
read it.
Oh,
I can
you're like
confirm that
caveman,
it will
right?
appear in the next.
What?
It will appear in year 5.
Year 5.
Year
What?
5. Ayano Koji graduates from. graduates. He's now walking
Year five.
roaming the streets,
Horrible.
homeless. He's looking for a job when suddenly K appears in front of him again.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah, we'll probably do milestones. I mean, if there's any interesting thing you want to see us do, you could put it in, and we'll decide as a collective group whether we feel like it's okay with all of us.
Shouldn't we make like a Google form for this or something? Fuck.
We might make a list for all the milestones. We'll probably do that one day.
Oh no,
Nice
I was thinking
review.
like for the series review, so that they can like send
Yeah.
us.
I mean, you can just
Series.
post it in the comments. It's fine. It's not like there will be like a million comments or anything, right?
I know there won't, but like,
Zaki.
I mean, like,
fanfic.
we won't put all of them in. We won't review all of them. Do you want to review all of them, Gas?
well, not all of them, but I mean like review them as like look at them, not on like in the video, but like
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, like, not in the video, of course.
off screen.
But like, we're not gonna
okay.
review. We're not gonna talk about every series that people send, right? People can send like there could be 50 series. We're not gonna do 50, you know.
Yeah, I know we're not gonna look at all 50 series, but like
Let's dump your fanfics.
You
I'll
know,
try to
knowing me,
push
I
it.
would probably read all 50 series just for the fun of it. I'll read the 50 series to vet through which ones are worth doing and which ones are not worth doing. And then I'll send it to you guys, and then you guys will read the the easier version.
Why bother reading new series when we can just read your fanfics and dump them?
Oh, Ayano Koji. I can't
Oh my
believe you're
God.
here again.
Zephy's fanfics. I wouldn't mind voicing it. You know.
We can do this.
More than
During
half of them are
drinking
NSFW, though.
stream.
We can't even do that.
God,
How
I
about-
really.
Oh.
No, keep going. I'm
Sorry.
talking to myself.
I mean, I'm just wondering where's Zephy X Glass fan. I want that. fanfic.
Never. If you want, you write it yourself. I'm not writing it.
Yeah, write it yourself.
I've been working on my own writing for like the past like few months already. I'm not going to start writing a
Have
fanfic.
you?
I
Are you sure about that?
I've been writing an actual. I've been actually writing an actual story for the past few
Oh,
months.
Writing an actual story, not just like terrible fanfics.
You know, I've had plans to write actual stories for a long time. Since actually I tried writing an actual story since like the first time I tried writing an actual story was maybe like 6-7 years ago. In fact, I've just never finished one. It's just very difficult for me to finish writing a story. So I have a lot of I actually have a lot of unfinished stories that I haven't been able to finish writing. That's a fact. Fun fact. Haha.
like
If you
Zach,
want, I could go and show some. Actual story is fiction. Actual fiction stories. So not like actual stories, but like fictional stories. I have written a few. Like at some point, maybe if people care enough, I don't mind sharing some. Because I do have quite a few that I have never finished. I've written like 10, 20 pages, then I never went around to finishing writing them. So yeah, that's a
We
thing.
could
of
make
mine.
that into the milestone.
I would love to see your stories.
But yeah, I'm writing an actual one now.
Okay.
I'm not actually going to go and. This one is one that I'm actually going to finish writing. I've also been planning on writing scripts as well for like actual stuff, but those are also on hold because I cannot work on so many projects at the same time. Very difficult. Also, like, just am horribly distracted when it comes to writing. Like, I cannot sit down and write in front of my computer. I'm just like horrible at that.
Are you just like? It's not writer's block.
It's not writer's
like
block.
there's
It's
a word
more
for
like I don't like sitting in front of a computer and writing. You know, maybe one day. You know, I tried sitting in front of one stream. I tried just writing one stream. Void has seen that stream. It was a fucking horrible mess. I just feel like I
Really?
cannot work in long periods of time. That's just a me problem. But I have over like 10, maybe like slightly more than 10 uncompleted stories that I know the ending to, but I just cannot write to the ending. I think
You can write it on stream.
this is a issue with my this is my writing. I'm not. I actually don't like. I feel like I lack the skill to write fiction not really fiction in general. Just I lack a certain skill to write. I just don't know what I'm missing, and so in the end, I don't spend a lot of time. I can imagine, like, if you ask me to go and imagine the scene perfectly, then yes, I can do it. Because most of the time, my ideas are like my ideas I think of, I just imagine them, and I know how everything goes from start to end. But then, like, writing it is a completely different story compared to imagining it. You know, that's why there was a period of time where this is a funny story. There's a period of time where I thought that there was a period of time where I used to dream a lot more, like a few years back, like 4 or 5 years back. I used to dream a lot more. I always had these ideas that I wanted to write when I was dreaming. I was like,
yeah,
but I'm studying. I don't have time.
Wait.
I suck at writing at the same time. And I'm like,
Wait, I'm
wouldn't it be
confused.
great if there was a machine that allowed me to take my dreams and make them into a perfectly finished written story? And then this doesn't work
Did
like
you
that.
try to
Wait, are
smoke?
these like sleep dreams or like your hopes and dreams? Are they? Wait.
No, these are like,
Are
you
these
know,
the
when you
things in
sleep,
your head or
actual
like, things
dreams.
you want to
the
achieve? I'm
sleeping
confused.
dreams, ideas that I come up with when I sleep. Actually, the thing is that most of the times when I come up with story ideas, I actually like do it like right before I sleep. Well, that's like, I don't know, during that period of time, my brain just works very well for coming up with stories. Yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, it's very hard to finish writing some of them. I have a lot of tragic love stories that I have never finished writing because it's too difficult to get past a certain point. I think I still remember all the endings to them though. Maybe one day when I share the unfinished product, I can talk through how the story is supposed to go. I mean, that's a story for another day. Maybe I'll do that on my own channel where I stream every day except Saturdays. Link in the description. Yeah,
Yes,
truthfully, if you ever
you-
wanted to ask any questions about the podcast or anything, you can go and find me while I'm streaming. Usually around the same time as the podcast as well.
or just on Twitter.
Yes, on
You
Twitter
have
as
one,
well.
right?
If you want, you can tweet at us. Do you want to accept Twitter DMs? We'll leave it open for the time being. Or in the comments as well, you can just talk. But if you want a really more live session, you can go and find me while I stream, because I will be alive. Because
Yeah.
that's the thing.
I'm not sure if this is something we should discuss like off screen. But
Do you guys want a Discord?
oh, no, we
No,
made.
stop.
I know we made milestones and stuff, but how are you gonna reach these?
How are you
We
gonna
won't.
reach them?
We just
Yeah, because I'm gonna be.
them.
This may have been my job. I have no clue, but we have not done a good job advertising this.
We make good content. That is how we will reach the milestone.
Deceive yourself, right? The great content.
And by the way, I'm not gonna make the Discord.
Don't worry,
because-
you don't need to make this. Maybe we'll make the
You
Discord
won't,
like
Michael.
maybe like a
No, I mean like if we do make it, like I'm not the one making.
Yeah,
it
I know,
because
it's
you,
fine.
You know how I run, how I
yes,
care
I know.
about
Yeah, we're running a Discord.
We have one responsible person here, and
I'm not.
the person is Zeph.
Am I the one doing everything? I come with all the fucking video ideas as well, you know.
Yeah, we know.
I want to see how you guys do when I'm not around, you know.
Oh no.
Yeah, you won't be
Don't
around
have
for
to edit
next
the
month.
videos, right?
Anyway, next month, for next month episode, I won't be around. So this is confirmed.
So
I probably,
there won't
unless
be-
it's early enough, I might make it if it's early enough. But otherwise, I don't think I'll be around for next month. So everyone else is gonna have to work on stuff. Because usually I'm the one, behind the scenes stuff. Because usually I'm the one who comes up with all the stuff, like all the things behind the scenes. I'm the one who does. I'm the one who pushes everyone to talk because everyone doesn't like talking. I guess we're gonna have to pick up the
Pick the spot,
baton, I
know.
guess. I mean, we are really like one man down, so I don't know how we're gonna get past a missing missing person. But if you can grab a hold of him, you can go and do
I'll get his
something, I
number
guess.
after this. Jesus Christ.
Because here's the thing: worst case, I don't know if you guys can do. Who has the good enough computer to go and stream the next episode?
My computer's ass. I'm sorry.
I think so.
'Cause
Mine,
Epic should be able to, but,
Epic should.
You'll be able to-
but we can't trust it that he's around.
If you teach me how, I can do this.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about this more off stream, but yeah, anyway. We've actually gone very
Epic
far
is
off.
like-
It's already been 2 hours, but because
Yeah.
I don't need to edit this is fine.
Yeah, we don't need to edit any of this.
Yes, I don't need to
All,
edit any of
all
this.
raw and uncut.
No, the first episode, the pilot episode, where I edited this, it took me so fucking long, and the quality is horrible
how-
because I had to cut
How
so
long
many
was the
corners.
fucking intro?
Intro, I don't know.
Like the intro episode. Was it like
The intro episode was like 2 hours
the
long.
raw footage?
There
Raw
was, like,
raw
three.
footage is like 2.5, I think.
Jeez.
But yeah, it was horrible. It was like the worst editing that I've had to do in my entire life. And I've edited not that many things, but I've edited my fair share of things, and it was a horrible experience. I would never want to do that again, let me tell you.
I mean, are we gonna just stick to live streaming or?
Yes, does it look like anyone else here can edit? I don't want to fucking edit. You know,
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
have to start working next month. If you think I can edit while working at the same time, I feel like you're highly mistaken of my capabilities.
Wasn't it Glass's fault for the cutting? I'm confused. What did Glass do?
No, there's the recording, the echo.
Oh,
Yeah.
the cutting.
Echo.
Yeah,
It was also me.
Echo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Only
I mean, this
Zeph
issue
is
doesn't
my-
appear. This issue doesn't appear while we stream, so it's fine.
It's better now.
But
I
I'm
anyway,
might have
actually-
to edit it. That
starting next month, I'm not gonna have time to edit. I'm gonna be working in the day. I'm still gonna be streaming every day, except Saturday. Does it look like I'll have time to edit? You tell me, you fucking gasp.
Okay.
I'm not going to. Yeah, everything is going to be a stream from now because having audience interaction we feel is a very important factor when it comes
And we
to
have less work.
growing a fan base. So
Yes.
we believe
a fan
that
base of 2.
this is a good step forward in progressing of our channel. This is not a presidential speech, and we are not trying to rally votes.
I would
Vote
vote
for
for you, but
But it's a fact that the
Yeah.
presidents of the world are currently in a lot of disarray. But that's a story for real life people and not us, because we are the stupid weeps on the internet.
That is true.
Maybe we've really dragged this on too long. It's been 2 hours already. So
Are we doing anything? It's fine. Probably. Honestly, I just kind of can't wait for Epic to get on, and then we all
I
get
don't
to
think
yell at
he's
him.
getting. I
not
really
not
don't think-
onto the not onto the live stream, just like in the group chat. I just can't wait for him to see the pings.
I don't think he's coming online.
Today,
Oh.
not at all. Damn.
I think he's dead
political
today.
talk. Let's go. We're gonna rule the
Wow.
world.
I don't think he's that dead. I think he'll at least see it today.
He's pretty dead.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure he's
what
dead.
if he sees it, but he's just ignoring us?
No, at that point, I think he deserves to get kicked from. From I think his seat here deserves to be removed. If he doesn't appear next month, third strike's out.
Third
So better tell him to set a lot of alarms if he wants to stay in here. So we may be friends now, but we may not be business partners next month.
we'll remain friends, but not business partners.
Well, you guys have anything you want to end off with? We've done a lot of banter, but we haven't really finished anything.
Oh, we haven't. Right. What was this episode again? Oh, right. Content.
Yes, content war.
Content war. Who's the
Yes.
replacement?
There is no
no.
replacement. 4
There's
people
no
is better
replacement.
than 5. I feel like, honestly speaking, 5 people is a lot of people already for a podcast. No. We could do with cutting a member, you know. Just saying, you know. Could probably go with cutting a member. But, you know.
I
We
believe
could
in
cut,
Epic.
but out of consideration, we won't cut him yet.
But it'll be funny if we cut him and then we bring him back.
I feel like Epic is a very important person in this. You know,
We should bring a fake epic.
He's
think
very
it's
good
the-
to make fun of.
I think it's there to make us feel better about ourselves.
What?
Anyways, for those in chat, I mean, everyone in chat fucking knows Epic, but like, he's a good guy. Maybe not the best content creator.
I have one major issue with Epic, and the thing is that every time we record or we do anything with Epic always sounds so fucking dead. He has the most monotone voice, but it's not a funny kind of monotone. He doesn't make use of his monotone voice very well.
I wish I have this voice. My voice sounds like a pedophile's voice.
Got all the boys. Epic.
You know, Glass. I think your voice is attractive.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Don't give a don't give a man false hope.
How could you do this to him? You-
Oh.
Yeah,
you
anyway,
shouldn't have asked that part. I just wanted to make you feel better.
We'll rate our voices when we will do.
I'm joking,
dub.
by the way. I don't think your voice is unattractive. I don't think. Actually, if I say it's attractive, that's slightly sus. No. I mean, it's not. I don't think your accent's bad.
no, I have a horrible Asian accent.
I think it's fine.
Nah, it's true. When I stream, I don't hide anything.
What do you mean?
How
What do
you
you mean
hiding
hide
it?
anything?
You want me to talk
What,
like
you're
Uncle
hiding
Roger?
something now?
Like
I could do
Uncle
a
Roger?
whole stream as voice like Uncle Roger.
What the fuck does Uncle? Oh, you mean
Hello,
the
niece and
fucking-
nephew, it's Uncle
Yeah.
Roger.
that guy? You're right. I forgot about him.
Damn.
That's the first milestone. 100 subs, I'll do a whole stream as Uncle. At 1,000 we'll do a Q&A. At 10,000 we'll do a face review for everyone. At 100k we'll do a live meetup with all of us. Then at 1 mil we'll do the cosplay. Yeah, sounds like a good plan, right?
I don't need anything for face reveal. That's all I'm saying. Maybe glass. I don't know, but
And
feel like we're
if you sponsor glass, surgery will do face reveal next episode.
the reason I didn't want to do FaceTime is because I'm gonna be real. I've been kind of eating on the side. This whole episode.
Maybe I should just go and get cosplay every episode so that it will look more interesting every time we do a episode.
No.
It'll hurt my wallet though. Cosplay is expensive. You've seen how expensive cosplay is sometimes? Holy shit.
I mean, I've never done cosplay. I don't know anyone who does cosplay.
Anyway.
Sassy cosplay.
Zeph, or not Zeph, fucking
What?
jeez. No, I was trying to say glass. I don't know why I said Zeph.
Fuck you.
No,
my face out here. I'm the only one with human interaction with the live audience chat. Welcome, boys and girls.
And
Do you think I should hang up posters here? What posters do you think I should put?
A poster.
I feel like putting some posters on my wall. I have some
I mean, like,
posters.
do you have posters already?
Yes,
or
I do. I do have
not
some
bad.
posters.
Then what do you have?
Do you guys want to see my posters?
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
can do a poster review. Actually, I have a
Let's
few
go.
here.
Can I send you a picture of me and then you make it into a poster and you put it there?
Stop asking for the impossible.
Ah, ah.
Just go there yourself.
Hey, these are K-pop posters from when I actually used to listen to K-pop.
You used to listen to K-pop?
Yeah, didn't I say that just now?
Yeah,
Wait,
but
I don't know
like
if you guys,
used to? You mean you still don't?
I can't hear. Can you guys hear me?
Get it higher.
Yeah, put it a little higher. Also, which group is
Oh.
that?
Yeah.
It's a 6-person group.
Oh shit! This
The
reminds
group
me of
that's
something.
Disbanded.
I was accidentally like racist against Koreans once.
What?
It was pretty bad. No,
Oh, you accidentally
no,
racist towards
no,
Koreans.
we were watching like this K-pop video. I was watching it with like my cousins, right? Because we're all fucking weirdos. We like K-pop. They're the ones who got me into K-pop in the first place. Anyway,
That
we
was
were watching
loud.
this
Holy
K-pop,
shit.
and then like the song changed, right? And like this new band, like this new like girl group showed up, and I was like, "Yo, is this the same group?" And they're like, "No, fucking."
Oh my god,
I
how
was like,
could
"Ah,
you say
shit."
that?
I
That's
was
like the
"Ah, fuck."
number one thing you cannot say. Oh, this one has a few.
Yeah. God.
The thing is,
I don't
these are
know,
so
man.
hard to take out though. Like, these tubes are like... I don't even know, there's not a lot of space here where I am, plus with my headphone, my earphones on. It's the same. I can't see it myself, I actually don't know which it is. Oh fuck. I'm all behind. They're like very big posters though. I can't get frames for these, because these are like humongous. I have a lot of K-pop posters though, of this group especially.
Also, yeah, isn't it weird to think that K-pop stars are like our age, kind of like in our age range? Damn.
It depends on the group.
It depends on the group, but like a lot of girl groups are.
I mean,
Well, the ones I'm thinking of at least.
younger the better, am I right?
Oh,
Oh, jeez, nope. We're getting
I
canceled
would
for that.
argue the opposite.
It's the youthful fervor, you know? Important aspect to have when being an idol.
Hey, the
I
milk
mean-
charm is even better, okay?
Why? No, I mean, we all know Glass is like the MILF connoisseur here. I don't think Zeph's a lolicon, but you know, I'm not gonna put it past him. And everyone else, I have no clue, including myself.
You're not sure about yourself?
No.
Wait, I have more. These I've just left out. I don't
Suspicious.
have a tube for them.
The only thing
Wait, I have an idol, a Japanese idol poster.
Damn.
Then what else do I have? These I've just left out to die though. I got another K-pop poster here. Then I have a lot of posters, so I just don't put them up anywhere.
So you were
I'm a
making music
poster.
and you didn't bring
Oh,
up posters then?
that's good.
There's a side
Wow.
B poster.
oh, that's a good poster.
Nice.
I really just left these out though. I'm not in very good shape. I mean, putting them out also wouldn't leave them in very good shape, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, I have a lot of posters. A lot. I still have more. I have like a whole tube of like K-pop posters.
Whole 1,000 posters. Only his own room left blank.
There's one type of poster Zeppi doesn't have.
Like the poster of you.
Yes.
I have this whole tube as well. I don't know if I can get it. I'm not going to take these out, but I don't know if I can open this. Fuck, it's so hard to open. My nails are not long either. Can't take this out. I'm actually like,
Closed forever. You can't
I
open
have to saw
anymore.
it open. Ugh. Ugh. It's actually like so fucking tight. Holy shit. Tighter than a virgin's fucking asshole.
Oh.
I actually can't open it.
Instead of
Like-
being free content for this stream, trying
Actually,
to open
what
posters.
the fuck? I don't know why it's so tight. Actually so tight. I actually don't think I can open
Oh,
this.
it's not that hard to open.
Oh no, it's so fucking tight. It's actually like a fucking virgin asshole. I can't open it. Ugh. I'm just gonna give up on this for a bit. It's actually like fucking painful though.
You lost the posters. God damn it.
But there's like, I think there's like 20 posters in there that I shoved in there. I actually don't know what poster this is. I actually never opened this one. It's a small one. I don't know what this is though. Doing its wrapping and everything. Let me go open. This is a live unboxing. I actually have no idea what this poster is. I'm gonna figure it out. Figure out what this is right now.
Live unboxing.
Let's
No
see.
safe for work poster.
Nah, it's definitely not. Definitely came with an album. I see yen is definitely Japanese.
The people are calling you weak.
True. I don't know, it was very tight. At this point, this is an extra session. This is not part of the actual podcast anymore.
This is the reward for actually coming to the live session.
You can see the
This is so
trying to open
fucking...
posters.
I want to like pull off this outer layer, but it's not letting me. And now I'm gonna have to go throw away all this. Fuck, there's so much of it. There's so much! Wait, it's gonna take me
So
forever.
much coming out.
So much green paper wrapping this. I think there's another Japanese album poster. What? There's so much green paper. I have to fucking dump all of this later. God, 5 people are watching me do this.
Why?
Oh shit, there's even... This is taped as well, fuck. Oh fuck. I fucked it, but it's okay. Okay, time to figure out what poster this is. Oh!
Oh, what is this?
Beauty poster.
Oh, nice.
It's one of my
That
favorite
doesn't
singers.
Tell me
My
everything.
Flower and Kaku Rambo. I listened to these two songs.
It's one of my favorite artists of his album. I bought his album because he is very good. I love his songs. They are the best. I listen to him nearly
around.
daily.
Never gonna take you down. I should not sing this.
I don't know, do you think we can get copyrighted for it?
Eh.
Okay, now I figured out the identity of this poster. It can go back in the shadow realm. Now I have to deal with all this fucking green paper that I have. Damn it, I don't want to go and throw it away though. Okay, let me go get the rest of the posters. I still have a few. You guys keep the stream entertained.
Oh shit! Fuck, Zip's leading us. We're not content creators.
Now,
no,
the hard part of stream.
not like
is the
this.
trading.
He's exposed our ineptitude.
Yeah.
Um.
We see he's back. Damn.
Oh, he's back. I was like,
Yes. You're here to save us, Zeph. Oh, he doesn't hear.
oh, he's using earphones. Serious, I did not know that.
Yes.
Or earbuds.
You're
Okay.
here to save us again, Zeph.
Okay. I have some anime posters. These are actually anime posters. These are very old though. These are from like
Yes, entertain us.
a few years ago. So this Maru.
Oh, Omaru.
Very
I don't know what I'm
OG
looking at.
series. From I think like 2016 or something. I don't know if you guys can
Don't
even
look
see it.
much,
I'm
dude.
having trouble seeing it myself.
Oh, we can see it clearly.
I don't know if there's
Kind of
anything
looks
lewd
like. She kind of looks like a less cute Mahiru.
Wow.
I never touched these actually. I had no reason to put them up. Because I didn't have my own room at that time. Then I have might as well take them out first. Oh my god, I'm so fucking hot. Holy shit, it's so hot. Ugh.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
Toho
Or
posters.
what
I don't know
class,
if you
sorry.
guys care about Toho, but I like Toho. Ah, fuck. I just hit my mic. Toho posters.
The only Toho thing I know is Toho Sniper 98. This is not a whatchamacallit.
I forgot what
Shout out.
Toho is. What is Toho again?
These actually feel quite nice though. I think these are like
Isn't
actually
Toho like a Bullet Rain series or something? Is that
Bullet
what it's
Hell
called?
game.
Bullet Hell?
yes. And these are
Oh.
actually made of nice material though. These are actually nice material. Maybe I'll actually put up the Toho posters. Cause this I don't think this is normal paper. This is like the textured fabric. So it's fancy. So which posters do you think I should put up?
Last poster. That's for
ah.
sure.
Ah.
What the fuck? I can't put it back in. It's so difficult.
So much problems with posters.
Posters are
Just-
troublesome, man.
Glass,
Huh?
send him your
Oh
pic
my god, I'm
and
so fucking
make
Yeah.
him
sweaty,
do
bro.
make the poster of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll send him a picture of me and he'll have a poster.
I have to make it myself?
Yeah. I can't just send you the whole poster. It doesn't work like that.
No, man. If you want me to hang you up, you have to go send it to me.
What?
Send the poster itself. It's the only
shipping
reason
is
I'll accept.
too expensive.
Oh wait, that's not fair.
You can give it to me yourself.
What?
Send it to me, Glass.
You want my poster?
You can come over to. We are only away from each other for a very short. We are very. I can't even think of what words on.
You're only
Just
close to each other for a short amount of time. Is that what you're saying?
We're in close proximity of each other, so you can just come over if you want.
It sounds like a title for a romance story.
Whoa.
We are only in close proximity. We are already in close proximity of each other. So come over.
Guys, 500 subs and we will do a giveaway of glass posters.
No, no, no. Oh.
I know you want them.
We'll link Glass's OnlyFans to get his poster.
Oh no.
You'll get
Well-
great behind the scenes footage for the quick cost of just like your life savings.
I'm gonna bring this figure here because I'm very proud of this figure. I'm not proud of this figure. I'm glad to own this figure.
What is this?
It's the only
He's proud to
expensive
own it.
figure I own.
How much was it?
Like 100 something.
And oozed.
150 something, maybe 150. I don't know. I like this. I love Kano. Kano is
Who's
She's a
Kano?
cat girl. I don't know who she is.
no,
but-
she's a deer. Oh,
Fuck.
knocked her off her stand. I'm
Oh.
gonna have to open it up. Ugh.
I thought she's a character from the horse game.
No, Uma Musume.
I have no idea.
Have you ever played Uma Musume?
No. One of my friends played it.
I played it before. It was horrible.
I
wish
think
I
Zeph
would
has-
commit suicide.
It has like a actually like decorated room. What the hell?
Yeah. What is
Expensive
her
fig-
pantsu color?
She's not wearing pantsu. She's wearing like spats,
Oh,
so it's safe to show.
nice.
I mean, it's still perverted, but
Yeah.
It's alright. We're all weeps here.
No, I mean that doesn't say anything. I think that's unfair.
We're all degens here, man. It's alright. Oh, am I the only
And
degen?
you're the fake one.
I believe there's how do you say this? A different scaling of degenerate here.
Oh, that is true.
Different scaling? I don't think so.
I still feel like Zeffy's skills higher than me though.
Anyway, that's enough
Um,
show and tell from me today. Maybe after every stream, I'll go show something from back there in that display area over there. I have a lot of things that I could show.
Placement.
Next stream, I'll do a crib tour.
I have a lot of things I can show actually. I have a lot of weep stuff everywhere. In my cupboard, I have some stuff. Back here, I have quite a few stuff. I have all my albums here if you want. I might as well show something like nearby. Give me a second. I can talk while doing this because it's right here. Alright guys, do you know what our favorite series is?
No, 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 no.
Oh, alright.
Look, the saving grace is that this is volume 11.5, aka it's not a canon series. It's not a canon
Canon.
volume.
What are you talking about?
It's actually a good volume.
What do you mean? It's all canon. What are you talking about?
It's non-canon. It's not canon.
What?
There's one very good illustration here.
And
The
try
the
to get reality for yourself.
but there's one
0.5
good illustration here. Look, the ping illustration.
The what now? Oh, right. I forgot.
Yes,
I got this while I was in Japan actually.
0.5 volumes.
Yeah, it's code to 11.5, but for some reason, Zeph thinks the 0.5 volumes are non-canon.
They are not canon.
They
They
are.
are.
They're not. I believe they are not canon. I mean, they're canon, but they're not important. So
I mean, they're not
You know,
important. Like,
Zeph, do you know what? Season 2 is not canon, it's not reality.
year 2 is not canon. Year 2 is actually a
Yeah.
parallel universe.
the only
That's
canon thing
right.
from year 2 is Ichika.
And also season 2 it isn't real, it's fake.
Wait, have you actually watched season 2? Because I have not. Jeez.
No,
Oh, thank God.
there isn't one.
I don't think any of
There
us
never
watched
will be.
right?
Nope, I have not either. What the fuck is Class
No.
of the Elite?
yeah,
Yeah, look,
Imagine
my shirt.
reading
My
it.
shirt is a weep shirt as well. It's just you guys can't tell. Because you guys wouldn't know.
Bro, I actually have a weeb thing. I have a weeb ring.
I have
What?
rings on my desk.
Fuck, wait, give me a second. I'm gonna turn on the video.
Rings?
I don't know when or where I got this. But wait, how the fuck do I do this? I'm stupid.
Did you get it from your waifu?
No, I'm single.
Oh,
You know, I'll go and wear a different weep shirt every stream I fulfill. Here we can see Gasp.
No.
Look, it's Gasp.
Hi.
it's
It's
gas.
Gasp.
Yeah, I
So
got a
we're
haircut.
doing
This?
face review.
Not sure you can see it.
The fuck is that? I
I
know it's
don't
a
know
ring.
what the fuck it is. It's a fucking ring.
That looks like a, you know, the Ninja Gaiden ring, you know.
Yeah, I think it's from Naruto.
Naruto.
It's
It's
the
good. Whoa.
the rings from the Uchiha or something.
Wait.
Yes. It's
Oh
him.
yeah. Hi. I think I Chad. I do not.
Imagine if Epic walks in from behind your door. You know, that door
Oh.
behind you. Imagine if Epic walks in. Like, hey, yo, guys. Did I miss something? What does Epic sound like again? I fucking forgot.
Fuck.
What?
I need to look at. I don't know. What does Epic sound like?
He has to
What you gonna look at, huh? You're gonna look at
No, I was
Epic.
gonna look at the old whatchamacallit, the video, the first one.
Hey, no, actually, now might as well, since this is I might not be around next stream. Might as well do something that I wanted to actually do the last time. So after the pilot episode, I actually wanted to go and ask Gas to go and do something.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do
We're gonna do the extra stuff for the waifu, because we did the waifu rating during the pilot episode. But then there were a lot of waifus that we put in that we did not manage to cover because of time constraints. So I actually plan to go through all of them with Gasp in like a extra episode. But in the end, I was too busy with the editing and exporting that we were never able to do it. So I might as well do it now. So give me a second.
Oh no.
I thought you abandoned that idea.
Oh, shit.
Graphics? Is that what the fuck? I don't know. What am I looking for?
Whoa. I'm doing a stream of stream.
I
we-
literally don't know what I'm doing.
Stream
Holy
session.
fuck.
Episode files.
I don't know if it's showing.
It is not.
It's
Yeah, that's the issue.
Oh god.
I keep
Jasmine
breaking it.
E. No, American.
No.
I am in.
Oh, it's this
you.
one.
Big lag. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Ah, here.
Oh.
I don't mind that I'm actually using Microsoft Edge. People don't like Microsoft Edge, but I'm a Microsoft Edge user. Don't ask me
Laz,
why, but
you're
I am.
in EU, right?
Yeah, I'm
I'm-
in EU.
Okay, so
I'm
let's
definitely
just
not.
go
I'm
through why do you care about someone who's in the EU?
No, because apparently I'm lagging on stream. Because
That's just that's no one cares.
I
We
think
are
that's
too
just my
small to see
internet.
properly anyway. Okay, so anyway, let's go through the waifus. Don't mind my big green cursor, so I'm fucking blind, so I like to use big green cursor. Okay, so during the episode for Epic, we went through Elena, we went through Historia, we went through Penelope, which got fucking destroyed by Epic. Very unfortunate. Penelope is actually a good character, but
She is.
Yeah,
Epic
she's great.
ruined her. So for Epic, he also put Izumi and Meguri. Honestly, I don't know either of them too well.
They're just placeholders, I guess.
He put 10, but then I told him that we were only going to do 5, and then in the end he was like, we are
He's
going to do
delete-
3, and then he
he had
removed
more
5.
pictures. He just deleted them.
Yeah. Hey, you can look at all my bookmarks as well. You want to see what shit I bookmark? YouTube, I have Google
What?
Drive,
The Google Drive.
Manga Dex, I have Relics of Everbur, I have How to Fight, I have a to-read
I'm
list of kiss
How to
manga
Fight is a
sites.
good manga.
These are kiss
Dogs.
manga sites, by the way. they don't go anywhere, but
They don't work anymore.
these are all to read. This is my Osu. This mahjong, but it's not just mahjong. This is poker. Now these are web games. This is another
Okay.
read. This is a novel, a very horrible novel. Do not read this. I read this because someone not recommended. It was a joke, so I read it. I read a few hundred chapters. It's not worth it. Gasp especially, you cannot read this because this is
What?
very illegal for you to read. Okay, anyway, monkey type for typing. Okay, anyway, let's just ignore that.
Okay.
Do not search that up. Do not just
these are
simply put,
these are
do
mine.
not go and read. Click. Okay. Okay. Yes, it is. I don't think it's MTL, but it's just horrible. See. Okay. What did you go to? You went to Tamamo. You went to Mahiro. You went to NG. Elia.
Yes.
Elia looks really nice though. Like this light novel. Uh,
Wow.
This is very funny though. I didn't know you could comment on pictures, but it's funny.
Yeah, I didn't know you can do that.
Yeah, but yeah, Elia is a very nice looking character. I'm pretty sure she's a very nice waifu as well. If you lie, I don't know you play Genshin in the first place. Do you even play Genshin?
Not anymore. I used to.
Genshin
Yeah.
is gone. Yeah, Fury. I can't believe he didn't go Fury, but I guess you went through 2 code characters, so one more would be horrible.
I just didn't want to talk about her.
Hoku.
Did I go through Hokusai?
No, you didn't.
I did not.
Lena. Honestly, I've never seen 86. I should see 86. People always say good things about 86.
Haven't?
Really? You
No, I
should.
didn't. Yeah, that's what everyone says. I don't have a lot of time.
Do it now.
Why do I feel like I have a taste. Like 4 of these characters got like silver or like white hair. Jesus.
No, I would open up my manga decks list, but I have all the red tags on, and I don't want to accidentally get this banned, so I wouldn't be opening my manga decks. Ninium. I forgot where Ninium is for. You told me before, and I forgot again.
It was like Genius Prince something.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Genius Prince. Yeah, I know nothing about her.
Last season?
Her thighs remind me of like Rise's thighs.
Gee.
Yeah, I never seen the series, so I honestly don't know too much about Ninium as well. Nito as well, another 8
They're
character.
fake
8 characters. It's what you get from a Fate player, man.
Fate Eve. Okay.
Do you roll for Castoria, huh?
Yeah, I did.
You did, right?
got
No
it too.
shit.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh
This
no.
is Glass.
This one.
Oh, what did Glass go? Glass did Yukino,
Yeah.
Inobu, and Misaki.
Misaki.
Akame 2. Why is there Akame 2? Is that Akame 1?
No, it's just I have no idea why I left the 2 there, but I numbered them before and then I removed the number.
Oh,
Akame 2 JPEG. We have
Nice.
Horikita, another class of the elite character. Did everyone put a class of the elite character? No, Epic didn't. Everyone else did.
Jean.
John, Mari.
Another
Mari is a OG one back in the day. Have me Aihara from Citrus.
Yeah.
Have Nabrol from Overlord, and then we have Saka Saiki from what series again? I remember
Bloom
we
into
searched.
you. Bloom into you.
Oh, Bloom Into You.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Bloom Into You.
It's very glass.
Void called you basic, very glass. Did he call you basic or did he just call you soul glass? I guess this is soul glass, not basic. Then we have Les. Les, you put like the most common,
Basic.
a lot of
It's the
common.
most
characters.
it is actually basic.
You have Asna.
Well, I first thought that only we're doing that only from anime, so
No, I never said
didn't-
anime only.
We never said
but
anime only.
I thought that it will be like that, so you know.
Then
And
you hate
there's, like-
Shokugeki. When you put Arena in here then.
Because I like Tsuns. You see?
We have Asuna, we have Arena, we have Fubuki, we have Kei, Mai, Marin, Nino,
Yona.
Yona, Yuri, and 02. I know a lot of
Yeah.
these most people should know, honestly. We don't need to talk too much about a lot of them.
Honestly.
Quite easy to understand. And that's mine. Mine is like the most confusing one.
Yeah, it's the most.
Okay, honestly, how many do you guys know? You guys in chat can go and talk about it as well.
Okay,
How many do you guys know?
I know like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. I know like half.
I know like 3.
Let me guess. You know Suisei, you know Kowa, you know Ichika.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I know Kubo, I know Ichika, I know Suisei, I know the one on the bottom right. And I don't know Akko, but I've definitely like seen her.
Yeah.
I think I watched the first episode of the anime and then I was like, nah.
I finished reading up to the translated version. I can't remember if I watched it or not. I made this list like after I finished reading the translated manga volume, which is why I put her in. I was mostly just filling in for stuff anyway. See if Oshinoko is actually getting an anime adaptation, by the way. It's quite a good series, I feel. I don't know, the thing is, I don't know how much they'll adapt in the anime, but I think it's worth a watch depending on when it comes out. I don't know when it's coming out. And this is a game character. There's a game character. So 3 game characters. And that's from Project Sekai. If you don't play, you wouldn't know. You might have seen, but maybe you wouldn't know. We have Ichika, we have Riho. We went through Riho during the pilot episode. So if you want to know more, you can check that. Mana is also from game Idly Pride. I still play Idly Pride even till today. I don't know
the
why.
Ghost, right?
Yes, she's the ghost. I actually also wanted to go make something clear because I said something wrong during the whatchamacallit, during the thing.
The pilot.
Yeah. So actually, a few people can see her, but only a few people can see her. She's a ghost that like 2 people can see. I think so.
Basically, your wife doesn't exist.
She exists on my phone. Wait, let me show you guys. Show you guys my mana.
At least you can see her.
Yeah, you're one of 2 people that can see.
One of us. I spent so many gems to get her, by the way. I basically spent my life savings to get her. It was so horrible. I spent so much. And Kubo is from Kubo-san. Is Kubo getting an adaptation? I think it is, right?
I think so, right?
I think I saw something about Kubo getting an
Saw something
adaptation.
about it.
Kubo is a nice series to watch, very fluff series to watch. It's also Epic's favorite series.
It's a
I
good
feel like
series.
I want to read. I don't want to like watch the anime. I feel like if there's the anime for Kubo, it'll either get very overhyped or underhyped. I don't know.
I mean, it was a very overhyped series this season. I know there's something that's pretty overhyped. I completely forgot. Yeah, let's continue.
The second the anime releases for Otonari no Tenshi-sama, I'm definitely shoving that shit in your face.
You know, I was nearly going to buy all the volumes of Otonari no Tenshi-sama to put as display, but I decided against it. I might still get it though when I go to Japan. If I find all the volumes, I might buy all of them. So I might still
I don't know
do it.
when the anime is being released though. I know they have like some visuals for it, and there was kind of like a teaser.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
Right.
We have Kowa. This is swimsuit Kowa. Avoid would know Kowa, but I like her design. Suisei, I love Suisei for her songs. Suisei has good songs. Alright, Katie, goodbye.
So fucking talented.
Everyone say
I hate
goodbye
it.
to Katie.
I love
Katie has to go. Bye bye, Katie.
Bye bye. I don't know where you're saying this, but bye.
You said it in chat, you dumbass.
Oh, I don't know.
Must feel weird being said goodbye
You
to
don't
by
read
4
the
random
chat.
weird people.
Because my settings on fucking top chat and not live chat. The fuck?
Shaking my head. I love Suisei songs though. Suisei songs are banger as fuck. And then we have Xue/Yuki. Her name changed from original name was Xue while she was an assassin in China, and now she's Yuki because she's in Japan now.
She looks nice.
From Kimi wa Meidou-sama. This was also a series I read recently. It's okay, it's not that long. Not many chapters have been translated, so it's not quite nice. Okay, and there's Yurino Ayami from Ichizu the Bitch na Kohai. This series is also very relaxing to read. The art style of this series is also very nice. And also, she has the side braid. I love side braids. If you guys don't know, I love side braids. Side braids are like amazing. Yeah. Anyway, that's all the waifus. We just quickly go through them that we were supposed to do, that we did not manage to do. Yep.
I forgot. What was the second episode? Well, first episode, whatever. The differences.
Your favorite series?
Favorite series, right? I don't think we forgot anything there.
Favorite series? I hate all series. Series are horrible. And this has been going on for nearly 3 hours now.
Yeah,
We've
I think
went
we should
on
end it
doing other
soon.
things for more than an hour.
You guys have things to do?
I have.
I
Okay,
think I
you
need
should,
a
you should
rest
probably
for a
end it.
while.
Nearly 2 a.m.
probably
here.
5 minutes to a wrap.
And Bepik is still not alive.
Alright,
It's
we may have
concerning.
overshot
overshot
a bit, guys. Sorry for going on tangents. Hopefully you enjoyed the bullshit. We'll probably do like one of this every week, I guess, since I need to edit this, so I don't mind it being long. Ooh. So yeah, anyway, that's it. We went through which we think our favorite country's content is, and we have decided that Among Us
Japan's.
is Japan. Japan is the superior country.
Did you just say Among
content.
Us?
Among Us.
Among Us.
Among Us?
Japan is the best one. Among Us.
Among Us?
Yeah, that's what we have. We've decided on. But yeah, and then we bantered on about a lot of random stuff, which I don't even remember. Maybe next week you'll see posters. Actually, not. Why do I keep saying next week? It's because I'm so used to
Next
saying
week.
see you tomorrow because
Your
I stream.
streams.
Because I
See you
see
next week.
because I always stream every day, so I always say see you tomorrow, you know. And then it's not even a weekly thing. It's a monthly thing.
There's not
I
a
won't
weekly
even see you guys
thing.
next month. So you guys won't even see the posters, but probably the next time you see me, there will be something on this very white wall.
See you
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah, anyway, that's it. Do you guys have anything you want to add? Anything at all?
no. Next time Zeph won't be here. It'll just be
I am
hopefully
dead.
the four of us with Epic.
Hopefully Epic doesn't miss.
Hopefully Epic.
I guess. Not gonna lie, you're gonna have to get his number and just call him, man.
I literally have to get his number.
Literally just call him. This can't keep happening, man. Epic can't keep
really
skipping
can't.
out on this.
I mean, he couldn't come for a reasonable reason the last time, right? Wasn't he like going to Hawaii or some shit?
No, last time was because he had to send someone to the airport.
Yeah, he was driving someone somewhere.
He was driving because he is a driver.
Yes.
He moved it
Speaking of which, I
because
got
he
my
went to Hawaii,
permit.
but then he couldn't make it because he had to send someone. So that was
Well,
what happened.
Alright, guys. It's time, I think.
Okay, so anyway, this is it for today. So as I said before, if there's any series you want us to review for a future segment, please put them in the description below, and we will go and look
Comments.
through them, and we'll pick up a few to go and review. But otherwise, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for coming down. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe so that you can get notified on when they stream again. Because I don't think, because we never preview the streams, so you'll either have to know or you'll have to just so happen be online, or you see
Don't
my
think
stream.
about.
Or you hope.
Yeah,
hope you're on
basically,
the cast. I guess. I don't know.
basically, I was in the middle of thing. Yeah, so subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know when the next time the stream is up. It should be around the same time, but the date is they'll figure it out probably.
Always. I mean, it's always a Saturday. Well, my time, at least.
It
I
was
don't- I
Sunday
don't
last time, so
for you guys.
it depends when everyone is free, but depending on when they do it, yeah, it'll be sometime during this time on one of the weekends. But yeah, stay subscribed to stay notified in case we do random other stuff. Share this video with your loved ones because your loved ones deserve to eat trash.
They deserve to get to know us. Okay?
Okay, just kidding. Share this among your friends if you also if you want to laugh
Share
at
this
us.
with your Among Us lobbies.
Among Us. Tell them this is a link for free Nitro.
Share this in the coach server. Don't actually do that. Please don't.
Okay, anyway, yeah. That's it. Anyway,
Make us
yeah.
our life out.
Goodbye.
we'll see you guys next
Bye.
month. Not
See
me
ya.
though. Bye.
Cool.